star first. Okay, and then if you are able to understand this thing, like how star pattern is printing, for sure you will be able to get the alphabet one. And here one student posted it, language doesn't matter. In any of the language, you should just listen to the logic. If it's fine to you, in any of the language you can type the code, right? So I'll be taking frequently use someone use C, some C++, Java also. So I'll take all, like for some question I'll take Java, for some question I'll take Python, some question I'll take C++, like that. Okay, so in whichever language you want, you can post your answers. So if this is the thing, right? So this is the question which has been asked us to print for. First, I'm talking about the star pattern. Some of you won't be aware of it. That's what I'm saying. So here, if you notice this pattern, whenever I talk about the pattern printing, you have to remember what and all task we have to do for in the pattern. So when I'll see this pattern, I'm able to see that my first task is to change the number of row. Done. When I came to the first row, what is the task to me? Can I print the star directly? No, I cannot print. I have to print the spaces. So after printing two spaces, I have to print the star. So when I came to a row number, there my task is like directly I cannot print the star. After coming into the row, the first task which comes to me is I have to print the space. After printing the spaces, the third task to me is to print the star. Correct? These are the three things I have to do. I have to change the row. After coming into the row, I have to print the space. After printing the spaces, I have to print the star. Okay, that's fine. So firstly, if I talk about the loop of the row, so it will work like I equal to 0 if I'm starting from 1, or if we are starting from 0, both are fine. If I'm starting I value from 1, it will run until n. N will be given to you, that is 3. If n is 3 means 3 rows will be printed. Done. So my first loop for row will be this. I equal to 1 to I equal to n. Correct? N time it will run and it will change the row n number of time. N is 3, so 3 times it will change the row. Done with it. After coming into the row, the next task that comes to me is nothing but to print the spaces. Okay. Now, when I have to print the spaces, you are able to see first row 2 space, second row 1 space, third row 0 space, right? If total number of rows are 3. Now, if you will notice this pattern which I have given to you, so you just notice it here. When you are printing this pattern in the first row, how many spaces are getting printed? In the first row, the number of spaces are, I'll just mention it like this so that you can understand. Yes, see, in the first row, the number of spaces are 3. In the second row, the number of spaces are 2. The third row number of spaces are 1. And last, it is 0. Last row, it is 0. Fourth row, it is 0. Okay. So if this is the thing, how is the relation of number of rows and number of spaces? That you have to think. So if you will think about it very properly, you will be able to understand if n number of rows are there. Basically, the number of spaces are getting printed as n minus I. What is the meaning of n minus I? If n value is 4, I means, suppose I'm starting the loop from n minus I minus 1 is also fine. That is also fine. If you are starting from 0, that will also work. But this will also be okay. Just see, initially the I value is 1 as I have taken the loop. So I value is 1. When my I value is 1, what I need to do? 4 total number of rows, I is 1. So how many times the loop will run? 3 times. So 3 spaces will be printed. When my I value will be 2, 4 minus 2, so 2 times the loop will run, 2 times the space will be printed. When my I value will be 1, when my I value will be 3, 4 minus 3, 1 time space will be printed. When I'll be on the fourth row, I value will be 4. When I value is 4, at that time, 0 spaces will be printed. So if you'll put this logic there, n minus I minus 1 is also fine, n minus I is also fine. So I will say it here as, when I talk about the, okay, once again from n minus I. So what I am saying is, what is the relation between number of row and number of spaces? So relation between number of row and number of spaces is this. How I get to know? So if you, first you have to think how it will be done. So when I thought of it, I get to know this is the thing. See, once you have done a particular pattern, you yourself will remember that for pyramid pattern, for space printing, the condition was n minus I or n minus I minus 1. So you will remember it. So next time you don't need to check it how what I have to put. That's why I have done here I value n minus I. When I said n minus I, I'll check whether it works or not. N value is 4. Correct. Total number of rows are n value is 4. Total number of rows are 4. Okay. What is the first row value? So I have started my row number from 1. That is why I'm saying 4 minus I value is 1. So 4 minus 1 equal to 3. 3 means what? This is my space loop. I am naming it as K. So I'll start my K loop. I'll come back to the same place again. If K loop I'm starting from 1, K less than or equal to n minus I. Yes. That correct. If you are starting I from 0, then n minus I minus 1. And if you are starting this thing, K loop is my space loop from 1, then I'll put this condition. And I will say K plus plus. Different type of instead of yes. Different type of loop. Two different yes, you can use two different type of loop. That's not an issue. You can use for while also. While for top you can put the while, then inside you can put the for. That is possible. That's not an issue. Only it should work well. Like it shouldn't happen at some point of time it is conflicting. That should not happen. Else you can use while for anything. Why I'm taking the for? Because here it's easy to see how the value is increasing or decreasing. That's what the reason is. No problem. You can use any loop. Don't use the do while or for, both you can use here. So if I talk about this thing, see, K value you are starting from 1, right? So when you will start from 1, this K loop, space loop will run how many times? Already you have seen in the previous slide, when I value is 1, the loop is running 4 minus 1 means 3. If it is 3, see how your condition will become over here. Your condition will become like, you will say 1 less than or equal to n minus I. So n minus I is what? N is what? 4 minus 1. 4 because I value is 1 initially. So 3. So loop will run how many times? 1 less than or equal to 3 means what? 3 times. Correct? How? 1 also condition will be true. 2 also condition will be true. 3 also condition will be true. 3 less than or equal to 3. So loop will run how many times? 3 times. If the loop is running how many times? What it should do? You will use cout or printf, whatever you want. I'm just writing it in cout. So I'll say cout what? Spaces. Done with it. So loop will run 3 times and 3 times it will print the space. So what will happen basically? I equal to 1, you came to the first row. When you came to the first row, there what you will do? You'll I value became 1. Yes, I can use compiler. I'll use the compiler. Don't worry. That code which I have said you know, that one, the uh, character related, alphabet related, that I'll do in compiler. Don't worry. I'll use the compiler. Sure. Okay. So here, K value n minus I equal to 2. No, how n minus I equal to 2 will be? If, yes, here in this case, correct. If you are seeing this, so sorry. So I was explaining that one, 4 rows. So if n minus I will be 2. So n minus I 2 means the loop will run for 2 times. 2 times means 2 times spaces will be printed for this star pattern. Right. So 2 times 2 times space will be printed. When 2 times space printed, come out. And after you are done with the space, what you need to do? You have to print what? Stars. So if you have to print the star, now you'll find out what is the relation between star and number of row. So when I checked what is the relation between star and number of row, I get to know that first row, when my I value is 1, at that time, how many stars are getting printed? 1 star. Correct? When my I value is 2, then how many stars are getting printed? 3 stars. When my I value is 3, then how many stars are getting printed? 5 stars. So you have to find out the relation between I and number of stars. Correct? So how is relation, what can we say? One of the student has already posted it in the group solution, if you'll see. So basically the relation is like first row 1 star, second row 3 star. I can make the relation as 2 into I minus 1. If I value is 1, just see, 2 into 1 will be 1, 1 minus 1 will, 2 into 1 will be 2, 2 minus 1 will be 1. So basically 1 time. If I value is 2, second row. So if I value is 2, 2 into 2, 4. Correct. Second row I'm talking about. Correct, correct. So 2 into 2, 4. And 4 minus 1, 3. So loop will run 3 times. So here we will put the for loop condition as correct, correct. That is perfectly right. So here we will put the condition as, suppose this loop name I'm providing as J. So J loop start from 1. It will run until which place? So J will run until less than or equal to 2 into I. Okay, 2 into I, you will put it inside the bracket, then say minus 1, and it will run until J plus plus. Okay, so this loop's task is what? That you have to decide. I already know my J loop's task is nothing but to print the star. So inside I will say what? I'll do it as Cout and star. Done. So here it will print the star. Now, what I have done till now, have done till now as I came to the first row. After coming into the first row, printed, guys, whoever is joining, make sure we have kept ourselves on mute. If you have any query, any doubt, post it in the chat box. I'll respond for sure. Okay? Yeah. So if this is the thing, what I have done till now is I came to the first row. After coming into the first row, I printed 2 spaces because K loop run twice. So 2 spaces I have printed. After printing these 2 spaces, I came out of the K loop. 3 loops. 3 loops only. 3 tasks, 3 number of loop. Else you can use the if else condition also. That is also fine. That's also not an issue. But its exact complexity will be approx similar only. Because if condition will be checked that many times, that will run like. So here also it will work for same complexity. No issues regarding. Okay, so 3 loops only. The first loop for row, second loop for spaces, third loop for star. That's it. The task has been done. So 2 times this loop will run, it will print 2 spaces. Now this loop will run how many times? When I value is 1. When I is 1, this star loop will run for 1 time. So it will print 1 space, 1 star. 1 star printed, come out of it. Once you are done with this whole line, space star, then what need to be done? After coming out of the J loop, you have to print new line. Correct? You have to do the new line. Once you have done this new line thing, just go back to I plus plus and again start with the second loop. So when you start with the second loop, I value will become what? 2 this time. When your I is 2, K condition will be different, J condition will be different, like that. So first tell me one thing, is this star pattern is clear to all of you or not? And then I'll take you to that particular pattern which I have asked you, the character one. That also I'll explain. I'll explain that one in the compiler itself. Okay, perfectly fine. That is clear. Okay. Okay. To one student is not clear. So you don't worry. Again, I'll be explaining the same thing for the character also. Okay. So there you can listen it once. 65 plus I. Yes, 65 plus I. That is right. That's not wrong. But you have to decide something there. Directly, you cannot do it as. Guys, everyone just come back to it and have a look at the question when you have to print it. So what I'm saying, firstly, you have to recall the base pattern. What was the base pattern for it? The base pattern was in second row, we have to print star. We have done with space. See, in the second row, first we have to print the space, na? In the second row here, one student asking regarding it. So when you came to the second row, there first you have to print the space. After printing the space, you are printing 3 star. In the third row, your space condition, see how it will be n minus I. N is what? 3. I value is what? Third row means 3. 3 minus 3. So 1 less than or equal to 3 you will check. When you will check 1 less than or equal to 3, condition will be false. And when the condition is false, you won't print any space. So that is why for the third row, no space is getting printed. When I value is 2, correct? When I value is 2 and you will run this loop, second row, and I value 2 means second row. When I'm on the second row, my loop will start from 1. Now it will run until 1 less than or equal to n minus I. What is my n value? 3. What is my I value? 2. Correct? 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Now what is the condition I am checking? 1 less than or equal to 1. Condition will be true once. Once means one time the space will be printed. I hope the idea is fine. So here, when I talk about this question, guys, right? If you are able to notice, this is also the same thing. If this is also the same thing, so I'll tell you, without thinking for anything, don't change the base condition of row and don't change the condition of space, because you already know these two things are similar here also, correct? So row and space loop will be as it is, no change in these two loops which I have explained you here. For loop I equal to 1 to n, the k loop 1 to 1 less than or equal to n minus I, it will run. Okay, now when I talk about the third thing, which is my printing part, here I don't have to print the stars, here I have to print the characters. Okay, when I talk about the character, always remember, initially you need to initialize a character as A, because the first thing you want to be printed is A, right? So if you want A to be printed, just print first row. When you have to print, you'll print the A. For example, done with it. After printing the 3 spaces, I printed the CH with percentage %C or C out or Python, whatever language you are using, just print the character A. Okay, done. Character has been printed. After printing the character, when I'm coming to the second row, I should remember a small thing. When I'm coming from here to here, there is CH plus plus happening. Means ASCII value of the character is increasing or the next character is coming in the next row. Correct? If here it is B, here it ended with B. Here it is ended with A, the next will start with B. If here it is ended with B, next it will start with C. If here it is ended with C, the next will start with D. So I hope this is the one thing you have to notice very properly, that the next row is going with CH plus plus, right? The next row is going with CH plus plus. Okay, understood this thing. Now what next? The next thing is, next row comes next. But before that, we have to think, first row A printed. After printing A, we will do CH plus plus. Done. After doing CH, yeah, whatever you say, whatever you say. If you write plus plus CH, then also the CH value will be A. And if you do CH plus, if you'll write plus plus CH, here the same character we are using, na? If you'll use plus plus CH, then also the value of CH will be B. Correct? You have to print the CH. So CH value will be B. And if you will do CH plus plus, then also the value of CH will be B. You are not supposed to print this thing. You are supposed to print the CH. I'll write down the whole code. You will get to know. Don't worry. So next time CH plus plus should be done. So when you did CH plus plus, your next character became B. Okay. When I'm printing from B, I'm able to see it's not the same thing getting printed. If you will notice it well, decrementation is happening B to A. Decrementation of ASCII value of character. It is happening until A. And after all decrementation is done, then there is an incrementation part. How come? See it here. C to A, there is a decrementation of character. Then the incrementation starting from B, and incrementation is happening until which place? This is plus part, this is minus part. Okay. The decrementation is happening until A, not until A. The incrementation is not starting from A. If you will write incrementation also starting from A, here 2A will be printed. I don't want that to be printed. I'll show that to you. Don't worry. So first thing, when you came to any of the row, you have to remember a thing. If you have starting from a character, it has to be decremented until A. When it is decrementing until A, then incrementation should start from B. And incrementation should happen until which place? It should happen until the character you had started with. So if I have started with C, first I'll start with C, I'll decrement until A. Okay, done with it. Next, I will start the incrementation from B. Incrementation of B will happen until C. C is what? The character I had started with. Again, the next row. Next row will be C++. C++ means I came to D. When I came to D, C++ basically means increment of character. So increment of character, I'll reach to D. When I reach to D, I know what I have to do. I have to decrement until A. So I'll decrement until A. D, C, B, A will be printed. Okay, done. Once it is done, I have to start my incrementation from B. And when I'm starting my incrementation from B, incrementation should happen until the character I have started with. So I had started with the character D. I hope this thing is clear now. See, guys, it's not something like A had to be printed once, B had to be printed thrice, C has to be printed. Here, there are two things involved in the pattern. The first half part is saying the decrementation, the second half part is saying about the incrementation. So, if once again you want to listen it very properly, this is the basic pattern. Very clearly, I'll write it so that we can notice it well. Okay. So suppose there are three number of rows, n equal to 3. So if n equal to 3 is there, row loop will be same, then your space loop will be same. And those who have understood it, they have to code it now. Okay, you guys also code it. I'll also code and post the solution in the chat box. Okay, those who did not understand, they can listen it now. So n value 3. Okay, n value 3. So first will be my for loop for I, that is row, then will be my for loop for space, that will be k loop. They are similar as I have said. Okay, the next I will be starting with, once this k loop over, next I'll start with my j loop. Now j loop is not going with the star and all. J loop is going with, okay, one student posted, I'll see your solution. Okay, others also keep trying it. J loop will J loop have to print the character, so I'll say J have to print the character. What is the character you have to start with? So I'll say I have to start with the character as A. Okay, I'll start with A. Now when I'm printing the character, once the character has been printed, but until which point it has to be printed? So I'll say if it is starting from A, it doesn't matter from where it is starting, it has to decrement until A first. So if you have started with A, decrement until A, so only A will be printed, right? Then the next line, next thing is there should be an incrementation. Incrementation should happen until the character you had started with. So here A only is the main point. Now this thing you'll be able to understand when I talk about the second line. So next what you have to do, you have to do ch plus plus. So the character became B. So means you have to start from B. When you're starting from B, B has to be decremented until A. So B to A we came, and then the incrementation should start from B. And when you started the incrementation, it has to happen until B only. So later nothing will be printed. Done with this line also, come down. You have to take care of the space. So space will be printed in before printing the character. Okay. After B will go to the next character will become C. Next character is C. Then what will happen? You have to decrement until A. So CBA you have done. When you have done CBA, after that you have to start the incrementation from B. So B, C. Until which place you had to start it with. So incrementation should happen until you have started character, and decrementation should happen until A. That's what the point is. If any doubt is there, still you can ask me to repeat, else I'll explain the same in the code. One student have posted the solution, I'll see his or her solution once. What about others? Is it clear or not? If I'm going fast, let me know. If I'm going slow, let me know, so that I can understand which pace we are fine with. And accordingly, I'll just explain the things. Okay? Yes. So just post your queries in the chat box. Perfectly fine. If it is clear, do code it. Clear doesn't mean that the logic is clear. Logic is clear, that is fine. At the end, we have to be able to code for it. And that's what the main point is. Just do code it, post the solution. I'll check the solution which one student has posted. Okay, you will take the string z like that. Okay, then len minus 2 you will do by 2y plus 1. Okay. It will give us the output, but I don't feel that it's something very perfect. Okay, I'm looking at looking for the solution from all of you.
కావాలి ఇప్పుడు వినాలే.
వినలేమమ్మ.
ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తున్నావు?
ఈ పాతోటి చేయలేక చూస్తున్నా ఎట్లా అని.
ఏంటిది అది?
ఇట్లా పిరమిడ్ లెక్క
Okay, okay. For mechanical student, they are not understanding. Yeah, mechanical student, which language we know well? Okay, no issues. Okay, you did not understood the logic even. Is it like, is the logic clear? I'll explain with the code. That's not the problem for me. Anyways, I have to code it. Yeah, I'm just opening the compiler and then I'll show it to all of you. Okay. Oh, even the logic is not clear. Okay, fine. I'll explain in the compiler. Okay, for all of you, I'll explain in the compiler. If that is also not clear, just mention it to me. Yes. If that thing is also not clear, you have to just mention it. Okay. Yeah. I'm just taking you to the compiler. Meanwhile, others will try. And for these student, I'll write down the code. Don't worry. Yes, I'll just present the screen now. You guys see it. Yeah. Hope my screen is visible. Hope it's visible to all. I'll just code it now. Okay. So, student, what you need to do, actually mechanical students are also here. I can take it in C or CPP, Java, Python also. You guys can post the solution. I'll check for you and I'll let you know. And those who know Java, Python or other languages, they can just understand the logic. Okay. Now here, student, what I need to do, whatever variable we are using, we are going to declare them. Okay. So we will declare I, we will declare N, the variable, whatever you will be using. Okay. So I'll declare the variable as I, J, K. It's again to the mechanical student. If you are unable to understand any of the line, quickly post it in the chat box. Okay. Later to recall all will be difficult. But at that time itself, if I'm explaining it to you, it will be fine to me also, to you also. You'll be able to understand. Okay. Yes, yes. Have a look at it and then just respond in the chat box. If anywhere it is not fine. Okay, so we'll declare all the variable which we are going to use, and then after that what I'll do, I'll use the scanf. So scanf means I need to take the value of n. Value of n means what? How many rows will be there in my code? So that I will take. Okay, done with it. Once I'm done with this thing, after taking the number of rows, what I have to do, I have I have to declare few more things. I'll declare them as well. Please write the code. Sure, I will try, but it will take a lot of time if I'm typing the same code in too many languages. So just understand the logic. If anyway, what you can do is you can convert the code in Python. Okay. And Sakshi, and if you feel like you are unable to do it, post me here. I'll send you the Python code also. Okay. Yes. So character. So character I have to take with, I have to start my character with A because first character has to be printed is A. Especially to all non-CSIT students, listen it well and try to understand. Anywhere if it is not clear, mention it to me here. If you are unable to convert the code in any of the language, that also you can mention. So fine, this is I loop. I loop is what? This is my row loop. So I'm saying my row has to be changed how many times? N number of time. Correct? If I'm starting from 1, suppose I'm saying 3. Means what? It should run from 1 to 3. Correct? So see, if I'm starting it from 1, I less than or equal to n, basically what does it mean? 1 less than or equal to 3. Next time it will say 2 less than or equal to 3. Next time it will say 3 less than or equal to 3. Can I say only the 3 time condition will be true? Is it fine? Is it clear to all? Yes. So if it is fine, this is the task of your row loop. Okay. Once this thing is done, you will come inside and what I have said you to do, I have said you to do here as the next thing. What was that next thing? You have, once you came to a particular row number, then you have to print the spaces. So when you have to print the spaces, you will write the loop for space. So loop for space, when you are writing, I had named the loop as K. So K, you will start from 1. You will say K less than or equal to N minus I. Correct? And then I had said K plus plus. Now you will say, ma'am, how is it working? So I'll say it is working like initially. What we can use Java also, not an issue. But will it be fine for non-CS like mechanical, electrical students? That's what my major concern is. Everyone has to understand. If you know Java, you can write down the code by understanding the logic. Only thing will change is printing and all, scanning and printing. Right? Yes, because someone will say we have to use the Python, someone will say we have to use the C, someone will say we have to use the C++. C. If you feel like anywhere you are stuck, you are coding, I'll just send you the solution. I have solution in all the languages. Don't worry for it. Okay? Yeah. So here, K will start from 1, K less than or equal to N minus I, K plus plus. So what does it mean? It means if K is starting from 1, first time my condition will be like 1 less than or equal to N minus I means what? I value is what initially? 1. 3 minus 1. Correct? First time. 3 minus 2. Correct. Then yeah. So if it is done, now next what you will check? Second time when the loop will run, what you will do? K value will be 2, right? K plus plus, K value will be 2. 2 less than or equal to, what is the condition? N minus I. What is your I now? I is still 1, correct? So I is still 1. So I is still 1 means 2. See, 3 minus 1 means what? 2, correct? 2 less than or equal to 2, condition true. Next time when you will do, your K will become what? 3. When K will become 3, 3 less than or equal to 2, condition will be false. That is why this K loop is running how many times? 2 times. If this K loop is running 2 times for N equal to 3, that is why I had said just printf space. Okay, so here the space will be printed. Once this is done, this thing is over. Once it is over, the next thing what you have, the next thing you have is you have to print the characters. Just tell me everyone, are these two things clear to all? Or any doubt to anyone is there? In these two lines. Now I'll start with the character printing. So see that very carefully. Are these two things clear? Mention it here quickly so that I can be sure like you guys are fine. Perfectly fine. For mechanical student also, I think it's okay. Yes. Now, yes. If anyone is having doubt, just post quickly. Don't wait for me to ask you. Yes. Now see. Now J has to start with where? I'll say J has to start with CH. Why? Because CH is A. So from there it has to be started. Okay. Now if I'm starting it from C, what is my first task? My first task is n equal to 4. Yes, we have to declare. That is why I have taken this scanf. So when I'll run the code now, it will ask me the value. So here I will enter input. See, I'll, oh, sorry. Here, see, custom input is there. Na? So in custom input, I'll take the 4. It will pass the value to n. Okay. Yes. Now, see, my J loop, I will start from CH, I said. What is the task for the character printing? Task for the character printing is nothing but first I have to decrement until A, then I have to increment. Okay, fine. If I have to decrement, I have started my J from CH. If it has to be decremented, I will say I have to run it till the time I'm not reaching to A, till the time my character is greater than A. Decrementation means what? I'll be coming from the greater value. Suppose I have to reach to 1. I started with 5. So what will happen? 5 is greater than or equal to 1. 4 is greater than or equal to 1. 3 is greater than or equal to 1. 2 is greater than or equal to 1. 1 is greater than or equal to 1. Now I'll stop. Correct? So that is why we are putting the condition from wherever you are starting, you have to go until A. If this is the thing, sorry, not CH actually, I have to say J over here. Correct. So J value started with CH and J have to run until A. Done with it. And then what you have to, this is the decrement loop, na? Decrementation loop. It will go for J++. Come inside and just printf the %C. Why I'm writing %C? Because I have to print the character. I'm writing the code in C language. So that is why I have to write %C. And otherwise in C++ like we write char. Similarly in Java directly you can print the thing in form of the character. Correct? So this is CH and here I have to print the value of J. I'll just trace the same thing for all of you also. Let me complete it in code first. So this J loop done. This J loop is not done. I'll just unallow all of you to unmute because it's quite disturbing. Okay, whenever anyone has doubt, just post it in the chat box. I'll unmute yourself. So this part is not completed yet. This is like half of the part completed, decrementation part. Now incrementation is still remaining. If incrementation is remaining, what I have to do is the incrementation will start from which place? It will start from the character B. Correct? It will start from B, that is fine. The incrementation should happen until which place? It should happen, it should happen until the character you had started with. What does it mean? If you are starting from B, incrementation is happening until which place? Incrementation always starting from B. It is happening until the character you have started with. If you are starting from C, then increment, and then half of the part decrementation is completed. After the decrementation, incrementation starting from B and it is happening until no. Okay, if you have done half of it, you will receive it. Correct. Perfect. Correct answer you are receiving. So if half of it, you will get this thing. Correct. Now later part is incrementation. So incrementation should happen until the character you had started with. And then again come down and print the value of this thing, which is %C, and I will say print the value of J. Once this is also completed, now whole print part is done. When the whole print part is done with incrementation and decrementation, when I'm going into the next line, I have to go with CH++. Correct? Character has to be incremented. Once this is also done, here what you need to do? You have to printf new line. correct? So I'll be using the new line. Once you are done with it, come out, close the for loop. So outer for loop has been closed. When whole closed, this is my main closed. I'll show you the whole code very properly so that all of you can see it in a one like go. I'll just increase the slide size. Yes. Have a look at it. Yes, have a look at it. So I have started with I, J, K, N, CH equal to A. Scanf, I have done N. Scanf means N will take the value from user. If I'll enter 5, it will print 5 rows. If I'll enter 4, it will print 4 rows. If I'll enter 3, it will print 3 rows. Okay. This character printing part, if it is not clear, I'll take it into the PPT and I'll explain it again. The top part is working for your incrementation and the down part is working for your okay. Second for loop B single quote. Here you are saying, right? Yes, yes. I missed it. Yeah. So it will start with B. Okay. Done with it. The whole thing has been covered. Now after the loop over, this for loop close, then your main will be closed. Okay. Yeah. Two only closing bracket will be there. First I'll run the code and see whether it gives us the output or not. And then you guys let me know about the code. Okay. So I'll put the value as, for example, 4 if I'm putting. I'll run the code and we'll see what it is printing. If any mistake or anything is there, we'll see. Now I'll run. Have a look at the code. Have a look at the output. See? Have a look at it. It's giving the correct. Yes, I'll share the code over here. Yeah, I'll share the code now, but I'm expecting all of you quickly. I'll share the code. That's not a problem. But my concern is whether these two for loops are clear to all of you or not. Yes, no. The character part, right? Okay. Sure. Yeah. So I have posted the code for all of you first, and then you are getting this output. Which one? I have done just small mistake. It runs loop. Okay, that's perfectly very nice. If you have done it, very nice. Explain character part. Yes, I'll do that. I'm getting this output. Okay. I'll see your doubts, but before going into it, I'll just explain this part to all. Okay. This part I will take in the PPT and I will explain it to you there. Yes. So I will just explain this part and later the second question I'll put so that guys, this kind of question only I'll be covering. To be very frank, I would like to mention it because easy question. Yes, sure. I'll share the code in Java also. Don't worry. I'll share all the codes. Okay. Yes. And if I'm not able to do it now, you'll get the code. Don't worry. Yes. So have a look at this thing and how it's working. And what I was saying is I'll not be taking the simple codes, I'll be taking some difficult codes only, because simple code anyways you can get from anywhere. Correct? Yes. Now come to it. CH, I'm starting from A. So if I'm starting CH from A, it will start from A. Now you'll check the thing as, basically now comparison always happens in the ASCII values of the character. So it will do what, do you know? It will compare 65 is greater than 65, because it has to run until A. A's ASCII value is 65. Okay, fine. 65 greater than or equal to 65, condition is true. If condition true, we will come down and we'll print the A. I'm not talking about the spaces and all. Okay. Okay. A will be printed. After that, sure, I'll try to share all. Okay. Okay. I'll try to share all. Don't worry. Java also, Python also, right? So we don't have to do anything. Yeah. So, see, this is the thing. I hope you can see the code I have copied here. So this first line works like J started with CH. This comparison happens 65 greater than or equal to 65. Condition true. If the condition is true, you will come in and you will print the J. So A has been printed. Then you will do J minus minus. J minus minus means what? Earlier we had 65. What is 65? ASCII value of A. Correct. Now J minus minus will go take J to the 64. Now you will check the condition. 64 greater than 65. Condition false. If the condition false, we cannot enter inside this for loop. So now I'll come out and I'll go into the other for loop. When I went into the other for loop, I saw J starting from B. B means what? ASCII value of B is 66. I'll check 66 less than or equal to CH is what? A. So 66 less than or equal to 65 or not? No, it is not lesser. Condition false, we won't enter inside this for loop also. Now we will do CH++. CH++ means my CH became B now. When my CH became B, after that what I have to do? New line. So new line I'll come into. Correct? New line and come. And again I'll start with this printing part. I'm not saying the row change and space and all. When I'll come into it, now see. Now what is my CH? CH is 66, which is B, right? So now it will compare, like, I'll just erase all the things from here so that you can see clearly. Earlier my CH was A. Now my CH is B. Okay. So when my CH is B, again I'll start. CH will start with B. You'll say B greater than or equal to A. B is 66. Okay. 66 is greater than or equal to 65. Condition true. It earlier A was printed. You came to the new line. Now it will print what? 66 greater than or equal to 66, condition true, print the J. J is B, correct? Okay. After that, you'll do J minus minus. J minus minus means it will become 65. 65 is greater than or equal to 65, condition true, right? J is decrementing. A is stable. So this is A. This is stable. So J minus minus. J became 65. 65 greater than or equal to 65, condition true, print the J value. What is J now? Decremented, na? J is 65 now. 65 is what? A. So it will print the A. Done. Now J minus minus. It will become 64. So you will say 64 greater than or equal to 65. Condition false. Now done with this. Condition false. This J loop is done. Come out. Come out. Next J loop is starting. Next J loop says start the J with B. Okay. B is what? 66. Less than or equal to. What is your CH now? So you already know your CH has been changed to B now. So when CH is B, B means 66. 66 less than or equal to 66. Condition true. If it is true, print the J. J is what? B. See, J started with B here. So B will be printed. After it is printed, you will do J++. J will become what? 67. 67 less than or equal to 66. 67 less than or equal to 66. Condition false. You won't be able to enter inside. Means done the task. Do the CH++. CH++ means your character will become C now. Tell me, is it clear now or not? Those who are asking for it. So next time it will start from C. The decrementation will happen from C to A. And then incrementation will start from B. B will be incremented until C. So is it clear to mechanical students now? Those who are saying, ma'am, logic also not clear. Is it fine to them if they can post it here? Yes, yes, yes. Let me know, guys. Is it clear to them? If you can mention, it will be a great thing so that I can understand like it's fine or not. If not, that is also okay to me. Just mention it here. Okay, I'll take all of you to the next question of today's class. I'll just show the question. Now, let me take you to the, I don't know what it is. Okay. Yes. So here comes the next question to all of you. Whenever you want me to scroll it down, just mention it here. I'll do that. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Just a second. Yeah. Yeah, it is like it will be now properly visible so that you'll be able to see it. Okay. Just have a look. Yeah. The question is visible. Have a look at it. Try to answer and we'll see how will be the perfect answer for it. Okay, one student has posted the answer. In second for loop, B is single post. Huh. One student is asking Rutvik, as you have asked why we are starting from B, because if you see the pattern, then you can see, then you can notice like I'll scroll it down. Yes. See, if you will notice that previous question, okay. So if you'll notice that previous question, there, how is it? You are printing BA, correct? Then the incrementation is starting from again B. That is why the next for loop J is starting from B. See the next line. Next line is like CBA, decrementation. Incrementation is starting from B again, B to C. That is why we have started the second loop from B. I have scrolled it. I got, oh, you got it. Okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's so nice. Okay, yes. I was just checking the, I have done a mistake, but where is it? Okay, I'll see your code. Can you post one more time here? I'll see your code. Just post your code here. I have to scroll it up. See, student, what I'm trying to do over here is, see, from what and all topic the questions are coming. Okay, you have done CPP. B you have taken. Pushback you have done. Yeah, range 1 to 6. Sort array. We can arrange. Perfect. Done. That only is here. Right, right, right. Correct, correct. Yeah, student, what I wanted to mention over here is correct. Perfect. So, I think you are the first who has provided me the solution for this. Yeah. So, what I'm trying to do over here is what and all type of questions are coming. So, for suppose a question came, right? Right. So, in that question, there will be need of a small technique which you have to understand. So, that only I'm trying to make you understand because it's not for sure that the same code will come in the exam, right? If the same code is not coming, you should know the small things so that you can write down the code for, correct? So that's why there are questions regarding the sortings, there are questions regarding the patterns, there are questions regarding the arrays. So everything, just I'll make a sum up of all so that any question is coming, you will be able to attempt, and if you don't know, you'll be able to revise the topic at least from now. Okay, tell me. Mm, I'll see your code. Okay. You have sent me the code here in the chat box. I'll see your code. Yes. So one student have already done it in Java. So same code I'll copy. The code is correct. I'll post it here. So this is the Java code. If someone need, can refer it. So if same thing will be done, it will be a great help for me too. You guys are doing it. Someone will do it in Python. Will post the solution that I'll explain in C, CPP or Java, whatever language. The other language, you guys will give me the solution. Perfect. Give me the answer for this. One student given already. This is the input. This is the output. Can we go a bit more fast, guys? Will it be fine to all of you? Posted something like what? Okay. You don't know this language. Are you telling the same? I'll check QR code and I'll send the solution to you. But remaining. Anyone got the answer? Okay. If not, I'll mention it here. Okay. Now, you have to remember few things as, see, as I mentioned the thing now. So first thing first, you will recall the patterns. Okay. So you have to do that. The second thing which comes into the picture, split art. Perfect. 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 Correct. Right. So one more student provided the answer, that was I was saying. So here it is like things which are important. So first thing first, you have to recall the patterns. If you are done with the pattern, here the next thing come. This question is from the sorting. There are different types of sorting. You can use any of the sorting technique. Correct. You can use any of the sorting technique to solve the question. Okay. Just refer whatever feels fine to you. Regarding others, how the question is saying, how I get to know that it is sorting, I'll explain that first, and then I'll explain you the sorting technique. If you can do it in Python, one student have already posted the answer. That is perfectly correct. Right. So first I'll post that one here, and this one. So this is fine. This only we need to do. For others, I'll just explain the thing to all of you. Okay. Now, see what the question is saying, how we will get to know that it is sorting and all. Just listen. Read the question from the starting. When you read the question from the starting, it says, uh, some long statement is given. Basically, what it is saying, I'll explain it to you. It is saying in this first box, the gravity is in downward direction, and when the gravity is in downward direction, that is why it happens like na, that whenever we like, if I just keep and if I leave anything from the top, it will come down. Correct? If I leave I have picked something, and that thing I have left, if I leave it, it will come down. Why it is coming down? Because of gravity. Gravity is there in upward to downward direction. That is why everything comes down. Correct? Now 3 2 1 2 is the thing. I'll take you to the PPT so that I can show you what I'm trying to mean by this. Yes. So I'll just this PPT, and now just see what what I'm trying to mean by this. So I'm trying to mean from here is, if something I leave from here, for sure it will come down, right? Because gravity is there in downward direction. For suppose gravity is there in this direction, left to right. If the gravity is left to right, if I leave anything over here, it won't come down now. It will go to the right side because the gravity is in that direction. If the gravity is in that direction, everything will be automatically switched to that way if I leave it. Correct? Now the same thing they have said using the box. In the box, it is like three, some small boxes are there. Then we have some two boxes. Then we have some one box. And then again we have some two boxes. Right? This is the way they have given the things. Okay, if this is the way they have given the things, now if the gravity is there in downward direction, they'll be aligned like this. No issues will happen. Correct? But if the gravity flip is happening, flip means now gravity is not upward to downward. Gravity is in this direction. So if the gravity is in this direction and the same box is there, do you know what will happen? This box now won't stay here. It will go to this side. Correct? It have to be balanced, na? So what will happen? These four boxes will be balanced only because left to right direction the force is. But these two boxes also will come to these two places. Like if you leave anything here, it won't stay here. It will come down by default, right? So same thing. From here, it will be switched to the right side. Okay, understood. Here we had one box, and this one box will be switched to this side. When the gravity has been flipped, the box are arranged this like this now. So boxes were in the manner 3 2 1 2. After the gravity flip happened, they are arranged in 1 2 2 3. Now what this 1 2 2 3 is? This is nothing but the sorting, and sorting also in ascending order. Correct? So sorting in ascending order is happening over here. And if it is happening like this, you can use the concept of sorting, use the code of the sorting, your task will be done. If you don't know, I'll explain it to all of you over here. But for others, is the concept clear regarding the question? Do you understood what I said about the question? Sorry. Yes. Just mention it to me. Is it clear what I said? Okay. Understood. Perfectly fine. So if it is fine, just use the sorting technique. You'll get the answer. And for others, what can I do is, yeah, I'll say once again. No issues. I'll show you the question and I'll say it once again. Okay? Yeah. So this was the question I was explaining to all of you. See, read it one more time. Once I have said now if you'll read, you'll be able to understand it more well. See or read what it is saying. See it. It is saying in the first box, gravity is there in downward direction. If the gravity is there in downward direction, everything, if you leave anything, will be aligned in this way. But if the gravity will go into the left to right, it will be aligned left to right manner. That is why, see, these two boxes came to this side, the orange color. They are the switched boxes. From this side, this box came to this side, this orange color box. And that only I had said you. Gravity is downward, everything will be allowed in everything will be arranged in the downward manner. If the gravity is left to right, everything will be aligned in the left to right manner. Whatever is here, it won't stay here. Imagine like if you left anything in the air, it won't be in the air, it will come down. So similarly, if you leave anything in the air, if the gravity is there in right side direction, everything will be switched to the right side. Correct. Perfect. One student again posted the answer. That is the correct answer. Every one of you, I'll just post your answer here. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. Now, for remaining, what I'll do, sorting logic, I'll write here. Okay. Any sorting, actually, there are n number of sorting technique. Okay. But we can use any of these. And always, among all sorting technique, I'll mention the topic also. So I'm suggesting all of you that remember at least one sorting technique. And that is the bubble sort. So remember at least the bubble sort, so that you can solve any of the question which is there in front of you regarding the sorting. So anyone who's done, I have posted the Java solution and one student had posted the Python. So that also I have posted. Both are fine. If you want me to explain, I'll just explain it in the slide. And once it is done, I'll explain this one. Don't worry about others. I'll explain it to all of you. Before going into the next thing, I would like to post one more question so that meanwhile the others can try and we can solve this question. Will it be okay for all? Those who are done, for them also the time won't be wasted, and those who are not done, for them anyways I'm explaining in the PPT. So what others can do is, or are we trying? Anyone who is trying it? Okay, trying. Okay, then I won't post. I'll explain it in the slide. And you guys just don't listen to me. Try it out. Okay? Yeah. So yes, I'll take others to the compiler screen. Okay? And I'll explain them how it is working. So, student, how the sort works? Sorting is nothing but if some number of elements are given, they have to be arranged in ascending or descending manner. That is the sorting, right? I'll just mention the code for sorting over here. All of you see. If anything you are not able to understand, let me know. I'll explain. So now I'll write down my code over here. I'll say I need K, I need J, I need N. Okay. So I, J, N, I have written over here. Then I have written N. N is what? The number of values in the array. Okay. So number of values are N. What does it mean? If I'm saying 6, means there will be 6 values in the array. Like 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. Some 10 values. Random also they can be 10, 11, 6, 2, 1, 0, like that. 6 value we will take from the user, that is n. Okay, if I have taken it, once this thing has been done, I will come down, and after coming down, what I need to do is I need to scan all those values for the array. So I'll declare one array over here. I'll say the size of my array is n, because total how many values will be in the array? N values. So I'll declare the size of the array as n. I'll declare it as integer type because I want to store the integer value in the array. That is how. Now I will scan all the values for the array. So I'll use a simple loop, I equal to 0 or 1, however you feel, I less than n, and I plus plus. What does it mean? The loop will run from 0 to less than n, basically n number of time. And if the loop is running n number of time, it will take the input, it will ask, suppose I is 0, so it will ask for a of 0. If I is 1, it will ask for a of 1. Like 6 value it will take from the user. I'll just write down the line, then you will be able to understand. So here what you will do, percentage d you will write, and you will write ampersand a of I. Now, how it will work? Initially, my I will be 0. When my I is 0, it will ask for a of 0 value. Then I is 1, it will ask for a of 1. Then I is 2, 3, 4 until 5. 6 values. 0 to 5, there are 6 values. Na? So it will ask for 6 values from the user. Now, I'm saying, for example, the values are 8, 11, 5, 7, 9, and 4. These are the value I have entered. 6 value I can enter. These 6 value I have entered. After I have entered this 6 value, the output have to come in the sorted order. Correct. So how the sorting happening? Sorting is happening like I equal to 0 you will start with. I until n you will run, and I plus plus. Anyone done with the... And from next question onwards, please. Java. Okay. I have to execute it in Java, are you saying? Okay, I have to explain it in Java. Okay. That's not an issue. I can take the Java code here, which is posted. Don't worry. I'll do that. Are all mechanical students are also aware with the Java programming? They also know Java? Is it so? So I'll take the Java code only. I don't have any issue. I'm taking C so that, yes, that's what the reason is. I got the answer. Everyone don't know the Java. Right. That's why I'm taking with very basic so that who know Java, they can understand it. Who know Python, they also can, they should understand the logic. They can code it in Java. Don't worry. The Java code I have posted already, right? That code I'll explain for you, Prashant. Okay? No worries. Yes. So here, I loop, I have started from 0. I have run until n, and then less than n and I plus plus. Correct. I know that. That is why I'm taking. See, this language are we understanding? Civil mechanical. This language are we understanding? C programming. That is why I have taken the C. Right. That's what the major reason behind taking it is. And student, those who knows Java or something like, don't worry. I'll explain you the code if you want it to be done. Don't worry. Okay. So here I loop. Now you have taken the array value. Once you have taken the array value, what I want the code. I want the sorted order. So how the sorting will be done? That is the other task. So sorting I'm doing. Do you know how? For that, if I have to say you, I'll show you a very like proper slide. I have one of the, if it's there with me, I'll just show it to all of you. There is animation slide, so you'll understand actually how the sorting is happening. Or as for now, Otherwise, I could have shown it to you. It was very nice like animation. So basically, how it is going, if I have to say you that, so it is going like sorting we have to do. So sorting, how we do, that is nothing but suppose I have a value 8, 6, 5, 4, 3. Correct. Suppose these are the value. So it works like 2 value it will take. I'm explaining you the bubble sort. Okay. How the bubble sort works is you will take 2 values. When you are taking 2 values, mm, right, right. Correct. One student have posted in C++. That's the right code. Correct. So here you will take 2 value. Once you take in 2 value, you will compare. You have to arrange them in ascending order, na? So you'll compare the next value is greater than the previous or not. If next value is not greater than previous, you will swap them. So now it will become 6, 8, 5, 4, 3. After that, you will compare these 2 values, 8 and 5. So next have to be greater, previous have to be smaller. So it is not smaller, it will come here, 8 will go here. Now 8 and 4 will be compared. So once 8 and 4 are getting compared, next have to be greater. It is not greater. So your array will become like 6, 5, 4, and here the 8 will come. Then 3. Then 8 and 3 will be compared. When you are comparing 8 and 3, basically at the end your array will become, how do you know? It will be 6, 5, 4, 3, and 8 will be at the end. It is what? The greatest among all. Again, you will start your iteration from the starting. Again, you will compare 2 elements, 6, 5. Next should be greater. Next is not greater, so they will be swapped. So 5 and 6, 4, 3, 8. Now 8 you don't need to include in this sorting. So you will compare 6 and 4. So 6 and 4 will be compared. They are not arranged. So you will just arrange them. 6 will go here, 3. Now 6 and 3 will be compared. Like that it will happen. Now I have written everything in the same page only so that you can see it here itself. So 6 and 3 will be compared. Now you have to swap them. So do you know how your array will be? 5, 4, 3, 6, 8. So you can see the second last element came into the arranged manner. Now you are left with 3 element. Again you will do the same. So same thing we are doing there. And once the whole thing is over now, your array will be sorted. So 5 and 4 you will compare. Now it will become 4, 5. When 4, 5 done, then 5 and 3 will be compared. 5 and 3 you are comparing. It will be 4, 3. 5 also came to the sorted place. So 5, 6. Here it will be 8. Done. 4, 3 will be compared. 3 will go here. 4 will come here. Now you can see all are sorted. So you have to do it until all the elements are not sorted. And that is why I have said you to use that logic which I was explaining. So I'll take you to the same logic which is here. So for that purpose, what is the thing? I will run from 1 to n. I is saying us, what do you know? The number of element have to be sorted. Number of element have to be sorted. What is the meaning of number of element has to be sorted? You already seen. After whole comparison, 8 was sorted. Second time comparison, 6 was sorted. Third time comparison, 5 is sorted. Fourth time comparison, 4 is sorted. Like that. Correct? So that is why the number of element has to be sorted will be told by this loop. The one more loop I need. Why I need this loop? This loop I need for comparison. So for comparison, see, already you have seen, if we have 5 element, then how many comparisons are needed? Tell me. If we have total 5 element, then make a pair of 2, 2. So make a pair of 2, 2. How many comparisons we will make? 4 comparison. That only I had explained you here. This thing. Have a check once. This slide. See, total number of element 5. So how many comparisons will happen? If the elements are 5, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, for example. First comparison. The next comparison 6, 4. The next comparison 4, 3. The next comparison, here 3, 2. So how many, 5 element, how many comparison? 4 comparison. 3 element, how many comparison? 2 comparison. Correct? Right. So 5 element, 4 comparison. That is what I was saying there. So now if you will come for the same thing over here, you have to put the logic for the comparison. So when you are putting the logic for the comparison, you will say if j is starting from 0, j have to be run until n minus I minus 1. This is the logic we can always remember. How you are saying, ma'am, that it will be j n minus I minus 1? I'm saying it n value for suppose is 6. N value is 6, na? So here, how it will be? 6. I'll write it here so that you can see. It will be 6 minus I value is what initially? 0 minus 1. So total how many comparison? 6 value, 6 minus 1, 5 comparison. When you will be having next time, one element will be sorted. When one element is sorted, n value will remain same. I value will become what? 1. When I value is 1, then see. 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. So 4 elements are left, 5 only, na? If elements are left 5 only, how many comparison? 4 comparison. Sure, I will try. Possible will be shared. I'm recording. That is why I'm recording it actually. I'll share it. Don't worry. So that is why this loop is telling us the number of comparison. Okay, done with the number of comparisons. And I'm done with the number of comparisons. Then what I need to do, I'll come inside. And I have done the comparison, that is fine. But after the comparison has been done, what need to be done? Swapping. You have compared, and after comparing, you have to swap them. To swap them, what you need to do? You will use the if condition. And in the if condition, say if your array of j element is greater than array of j plus 1 element. If your j element is greater than array of j plus 1 element, in that case, yes, that is the correct answer. Perfect. Right, I'll post it in the group. Thank you so much. So here, if condition, you are checking the previous element is greater than next or not. If previous is greater than next, what you have to do? You have to swap them. And this thing which I'm writing now is the logic for swapping. You'll use a temporary variable. Inside the temporary variable, you will store the value of array j. Then once you store the value of array j, now inside the array j place, you will store the array j plus 1 place. And once this is also done, then you will do what? Array of j plus 1 place will become array of, temp. I'll say you what it is doing. Okay? Don't worry for anything if you are unable to understand or doubt or anything is there. See, this will help us to check. For example, I have taken the value as 6 and I'll check 6 greater than 5. For suppose values are 6 and 5. 6 greater than 5, condition true. You will come inside and what is your array j? 6. So do you know what will happen? Your temp will become 6. Now what was the array j value? It was 6. But now you want to store j plus 1 inside the j. So do you know what will happen over here? It will happen like array of j value now became what? 5. Okay. Now array j became 5. And here do you know array j plus 1? I have to write, so sorry, I have to write temp over here. So array of j plus 1. J plus 1 is array of j plus 1 will hold what? It will hold the temp value. What is my temp? Which is 6. So now you can see earlier j was 6. J plus 1 was 5. Now j is 5. J plus 1 is 6. They are swapped. So once the swapping has been done completely, come out of whole thing. Come out of whole process actually. Come out of whole process. Use a for loop. Print the value and task will be done. That's how we are doing the sorting. So after this, what I will do? I will print a for loop. To print the array, you need the for loop. Okay, don't forget it. So you will write down the printf over here. And once it is printf, you will print the value. You will close whole bracket and just put the input here. I'll put the input over here and I'll show you whether it is sorting or not. Okay. I will say we have some 6 element. What are the elements are 5, 6, 7, 4, 3 and 2. 6 element I have entered. I will run the code and we will see whether it is sorting or not. If it is not sorting, any error or something, we will try to rectify it. Some compilation error came. Okay. Declaration and semicolon. Okay. This thing. Now we will run and see. See, the elements are coming in sorted order. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had taken 5, 6, 7, 4, 3, 2. So this is the logic for sorting. I'll post it in the group. If anything is not clear to any one of you, see, I have posted the solution. And if any issues, you can post. If not, I'll just correct. So many students have posted me answer. That's very nice of you that you are trying at least. Yes. Now I'll take you to the other question. Very quickly, we will try it out and we will leave the session by 12. Again, we will start by 1. Okay. Yeah. So here comes your next question, which all of you have to try. I'll show the question. Just try it out and let me know the answer. Yeah. Have a look and let me know the answer of it. And meanwhile, what I'll do, some Python code has been posted. Yes, yes. Actually, one student already posted it. I'll just copy it. Sure, I will try. Okay, that's why I'm recording it actually. I will share it. If like whatever the proper channel will be shared with all of you. Don't worry. Yes. Java code I have already posted. Now I'll post the Python one also. Hmm. Yes. So this is the question. Have a look. Let me know how we will be doing it. See, student, there are so many things to cover in the class, right? So if I'm covering all kind of question, it's not possible that every every language code I'll just make the solution. If I'm not having, if I have, I'll post it quickly. Okay, so that's how we can go ahead well. And if I'll be explaining the code in Java, see, if you know Java means you know the programming at least. So if I'm explaining it in C, you can convert it in Java, right? If you are unable to do, ask me, ma'am, I'm unable to do, just explain it to me. I'll take care of it. I'll see from the chat box. I'll respond to you. Okay? After we are done with the whole session, I'll send it to you personally. You'll get it. But explanation should be something which everyone can understand. If I'm explaining it in Java, like the mechanical civil student don't know the Java. If I'll be explaining, I have to explain them the syntax first. Then I have to explain them the logic. It's better logic everyone understand. Language any you can use. Yes. Did we understood what the question is asking? See, huh. Think and get me the answer. Yes, yes, write down the code for it. We have to write down the code for it. We have to write down the code for it. Yes. Done. Perfect. That is correct. Nice. One student have already given the answer. See, what here the question is asking that we have to understand first, right? So, if you will try understanding it, how it is happening when it is said. So, print the count of all the neon numbers in the range. All numbers had to be a neon number if the sum of digits of the square of that number is same as that number. For example, square of the 9 is 81. And if I'll take sum of the digit, I'll receive the value to be 8 plus 1 as 9. Then if this sum is equal to the square, I can say the number is neon number. Now, the next thing which comes into the picture over here is how we will find out the sum of the digit. Square you already know. If the number is n, square you will get as n into n. Correct? But how we will find out the sum of the digit? That's what the new task is. So that we have to try to understand, right? So hope the question is clear. I'll just take you to the code so that you can understand it. Neon number is the question. Now I'll just explain it quickly in our plain slide where I'm explaining everything. Okay, here. So if I have to tell you how you will find the sum of digit of a given number, guys, note it very well. Digit of given number. I'll mention few of the codes regarding it. Okay, what and all codes are coming, and I'll show you in one of the site that is directly mentioned as the Accenture question regarding the same concept. So whatever questions I'm taking, the similar kind of concepts are coming there. I'll show you the exact question which they have asked. So sum of the digit of a given number. Okay, how can we find it out? So how can we find it out? The thing is, suppose I have given you a number as 123. So sum of the digit answer will be 6, right? Sum of the digit is 6. If the sum, guys, just be patient for some time. If I'm leaving you by 12:05, we will join by 1:05. Okay, don't worry for it. So you'll get 1 hour of break. 123, how to find out the sum of the digit. If we have to find out the sum of the digit, what we can do is you can use any of the loop. But I'll explain you, as for now, I was explaining you using for loop. Now I'll explain you using the while loop. Yes, correct. I'll just, yeah, perfectly correct. Like in C++ and in Python, I received the solution. So I'll post the same for all of you. Okay. So here, how it can be checked, you have to check n not equal to 0 should be the condition. What is your n? N is nothing but 123. Those who are done, they can like leave and join back again at 1. Okay. So n value is 123. If n value is 123, what you will do, you will say 123 not equal to 0. Okay. Guys, better will be you join after the break. I'll explain it because I have to connect it with few things. So if I'll explain it now, again, I have to recall. We can leave for a break. You guys leave for a break. Join back again at 1 and we will start from here itself. Okay. And if possible, we'll try to increase the pace so that it can be more fine for all of you. Yeah. Thank you guys. Join back again after the break. Yeah. Okay. We'll start with the same thing, everyone, where we were. Okay. Still the students are joining. Okay. Let us start with the same where we were. Yeah. Counting the number of digits of a given number, right? That was the question we were doing at the end. Actually, I was explaining you the neon number code, and if to understand that, I was explaining this thing. So I'll quickly just go ahead to the PPT and I'll explain you the same thing. Okay. So if we want to talk about it, that is to count the number of digits of a given number, right? How I was explaining you the code is, we will take a loop, any loop you can use. You can use the while loop, you can use the for loop, anything you want. Okay. Now suppose the number is 123. So if the number is 123 and you have to count like how many digits are there in the number, in that case, how we do it? Firstly, we will check n is 123. Okay, here I was explaining the sum of the digit. Okay, sum of the digit code. So number is 123. Someone said something. Yes, correct, Sanjana. That is right. Correct. Yes. Hmm. That is right. So one student have posted the answer, that only I was checking. So the number is 123. Firstly, we will check 123 not equal to 0. Condition true. We will come inside the loop. And when we are coming inside the loop, the first task that you have to do is you have to take out the digit which you want to be added. Correct? So you will take a variable for suppose reminder. And when you will do reminder equal to n mod 10, you will get the reminder of the case. Correct? So when you will get the reminder of the case, basically 123 mod 10. 123 mod 10, you will receive the reminder to be 3, right? So first reminder is 3. After that, what you need to do? You need to do it as sum equal to sum plus reminder. Correct? Sum equal to sum plus reminder will be the next thing. Correct? The Java code is also fine. I'll post both of these in the group itself. Yes. So sum plus reminder. Reminder value, initially you will make the sum value to be 0. Okay. So initially my sum is 0. Here you will say 0 plus 3. So now your sum will become 3. After that, already you have added this 3 into the sum. So you want to remove it. So whenever you want to remove it, what you have to do? You have to divide the number. So when you will divide 123 divided by 10, you already know it will give us the quotient. It won't give us 12.3. I hope everyone is aware. N is of integer type. Okay. So if n is of integer type, when you will do 123 divided by 10, it will give you 12 quotient. So when you will receive the 12, at that time this 12 will be assigned inside the n. When this 12 has been assigned inside the n, again you will, because this is the loop. Loop means it is a repetitive task. If it's a repetitive task, same thing will be repeated multiple number of time. So you will go back and you will check the condition to be 12 not equal to 0. So if the 12 is not equal to 0, in that case, again you will come back to same process. So this time your reminder will be what? This time your reminder will be 2. Correct? 12 mod of 10. So if it is 12 mod of 10, then it is 2. Yes. So here 12 mod 10. If it is 12 mod 10, so a remainder will be 2. If the remainder is 2, you will come down. What was your previous sum? 3. 0 plus 3 was 3. So 3 plus new remainder is 2. Now you can say your sum became 5. Again, you will do what? 12 divided by 10. Your n will become what? 12 divided by 10. I said it won't give you the point value. If it is not giving you the point value, in that case, it will give you the quotient. If it is giving you the quotient, it will become what? 1. Correct? N value will be 1. Right? 12 divided by 10, quotient is 1 and 2 will be the remainder. Okay. N is the 1. Next time again you will go back to the loop. When you are going back to the loop, this is your first step. This is your second time when you are iterating the loop. Third time I'm writing over here. Okay. So when I'm iterating third time, my remainder will become what? 1 mod 10. So 1 mod 10, the remainder is 1. Correct? Hope this thing we are understanding. If anyone is having doubt in this, how 1 mod 10 will be, 1 is not divisible by 10. So quotient will be 0 and remainder will be 1. Correct? So if this thing is fine, just I've not even asked whether my voice is, yes, it is all audible. So 1 mod 10 equal to 1. This is the remainder. When this is the remainder, then next what will happen? Sum value. So what is your previous sum? 5. Correct. The new remainder came is 1. Correct. Sum plus remainder. So sum value became 6. This sum became 6. Okay. The sum became 6. After that, what I have to do? I have to divide the number. So number is what? Number is 1. What the n value became? N value became 1 at the end. So 1 divided by 10. You already know when you will divide the number, you will receive the quotient. And when you take the mod, you will receive the remainder. So if you don't know, just make a note of it. Mod gives us the remainder and division gives us the quotient. Okay. So just remember the things. So here n value will be 0. When n is 0, again when you are going back, you will check the condition. 0 not equal to 0. Condition will be false. So here you had checked 1 not equal to 0. So 1 not equal to 0, condition was true. That is why you had came in. 0 not equal to 0, condition false. Don't come in. Whatever is your sum, just print it. What is the sum we received? 6. And you already know sum of 1, 2, 3 is 6 only. So that is our answer which we are getting over here. Now I want to ask whether this sum of the digit thing is clear to all of you or not. Those who are listening. Is this thing clear to us? Yes, no? While loop we will use, we will check a condition. When we are checking the condition at that time, where I'm posting the Java code and one student posted the Python also. So I'll post the Python as well. I'll find it out and I'll share it. Okay. So this is the Java code and this one, this thing hope done. Hmm. Yes. So this is the thing which can help you to count the number of digit. Now, if you remember, our question was how? Neon number, right? What the neon number was saying, suppose I have given you a number. So suppose the number is 9, correct? Okay, someone is asking something, I feel. Is it so? No. Is it correct? Just give me a second. I'll check it and I'll respond you. Okay? I'll respond for you. Don't worry. Yeah. Is it correct or not? I'll respond. So here the value was given as yes. Okay. So here the value was given as 9. If the value was given as 9, so first thing first, what you have to do, you have to find out the square. So I'll take a variable. Suppose this is n. N is 9. So I'll take a variable as square, and there I will store n into n. Okay, n into n will be the square only. Will be stored inside the square function, this variable. Okay, so square value I received as 81. Now after that, what I have to do? I have to do it as, I'll use a while loop. While loop I'll use for which? I'll use for square. I'll check square not equal to 0 till the time the inner process will happen. Whatever I have written there. What is the process? You'll use the variable reminder. Reminder will give you what? Square mod 10. Then you'll use the variable as sum. Sum will give you what? Sum equal to sum plus reminder. Then next is n equal to, sorry, not n, actually square equal to square divided by 10. These three lines will be inside the while. Every time you'll keep on checking. At the end, your square will become 0. Correct? Now you'll receive the sum. Sum you received as 9. Correct? You want to check whether this 9, the sum which you have received, is equal to the, is my voice too low, guys? Is it not coming well? I'm trying properly, but if it is not coming, just say it to me. Is it too low? I have checked it well. I feel it's fine. Just you check for yourself. It's clear. Yes, that's fine. So you'll receive the sum value, right? Now what you need to check, you need to check whether this sum is equal to the n value or not, which you had put in the question. So if they are equal, you will print the number as neon, else you will say the number is not neon. Like that the code will be. So it will be inside the if condition. First thing first, int square root, and here itself you have to make the sum variable as 0. N equal to 9, sum will be 0. Square you will find, while loop you will execute, and inside you will receive the sum. And then you will put a if condition after this while loop. If sum equal to n, print number is neon, else it's not neon. And the code is completed. So I hope the idea is clear. Some students have already posted the answer. One of the answer regarding the Java also I have posted, and Python also someone had posted. I'll find it out and I'll post it here. And this code in C you can write normally. If you want me to write, just mention it. I'll write down. Is this thing clear? Can we go ahead to the new question, guys? Everyone? Or do I need to compile and show it to all of you? However you say is fine to me. Today, basically what I'm trying is, you can have a base ready. If I'll give you an exact question, you have to be able to solve. And similar type of question, I'll show you few of the question also. You'll, okay, it's clear. Then I don't need to explain. If anyone is having doubt, just mention it. Okay, I'll read the comment and I'll reply to you. So what basically I'm trying to do from here is, if this the same question comes, I'll tell you the question which was there actually. Yes, yes. I'll check your doubt. Don't worry. I remember it. Done some changes. Okay. Sure. I'll just do check it. Just let me give the other question so that other can try, and meanwhile I'll give you an answer. So what I'm trying to say over here is, actually the question which was there was this. Similar related to this. There's one question which comes, count digit. Okay, there's the other question which comes, reverse digit of a given number. Now, they will mention it properly. This number is not the array value. The number is like one number having 5, 6 digit. Suppose the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are not the array values. So you cannot use the array to reverse the digit. Right? If 1, 2, 3, 4 is a single digit, single number having 5 digit. Otherwise, they would have told to you this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is inside the array, you'll just reverse the loop and you'll get the output. But that's not the thing. Count the digit, reverse the digit. These are the two questions are based on the same thing. This logic in between. Here I have said you the logic for sum of the digit of a given number. Similarly, you should remember the logic for count of the digit as well as reverse the digit. Hope you understanding count of the digit. So output of count of the digit will be 5. Output for reverse of the digit will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This will become the number. So this is how the other question come regarding the same concept. So I hope we know this. Yes or no? Just post it in the group, please. Do we know the count the digit and reverse the digit logic? Mechanical civil students, especially. Okay, perfect, perfect. So if you know count the digit, reverse the digit, there's nothing I have to say. Reverse, yes. String, Madhu, string I have not taken yet. String related question I have to cover separately, so I have planned it tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow properly I'll take only string related question. Okay, some 3-4 question will take from Accenture and other question will take from string and Accenture combined. Okay, that's all. Hope it is okay. Can we go ahead to the next one, please? Okay, perfect. Actually, student, I'll suggest you a small thing. What I have noticed is the questions are coming from the basic level of hacker rank, hacker or hacker earth, or I'll say very basic level question. You don't need to go for the higher version of the question. Similarly, regarding to this, one more question was there in Accenture. The question which I'm showing, that's not the exact question. Okay, but the similar level of question. Do read it, and we will try to solve this question. Just read out the question. Let me know whenever I have to scroll it down. Read the question, try to find out the solution. And meanwhile, I'll just check one student had a doubt. So I'll check that doubt and I'll answer it. Okay. And whenever I have to scroll it down, just post in the chat box. I'll just quickly scroll it down. Okay. I've copied your code. I'll check it now and respond to you. Others, just read out the question, what it is asking for. String related question I have already planned, so you guys don't worry, will be taken for all of you. Now, the down part is this. Read out the question well. If you want it to be scrolled on top or something like, just mention so that I'll do it. have to scroll it down. This. Have a read well what the question is asking for. And that only will happen with you. There will be a very long statement for which you have to provide the answer. Okay. And then the question only I'm showing you. See, here is the input and here is the output. Once see the input and output, and then I'll scroll on the top so that you can read out the statements which they are telling you to do. Sample input 811, it is printing this way. So I have to cover now few of the MS Office related question also. So I'll take those questions. There are not many questions. They are exactly from the exam itself. And actually, we got it as the marked answer. So I'll explain it to you, whatever I can explain. Otherwise, Word, the how the Word file in the Word file how to work, all those things we should know the basics. So that only regarding the questions are. Yeah, I'll scroll it on top. I'll do that. So hope we have seen the input and output. 8, 11, it is printing 8, 9, even, odd. Okay. And now you can read this thing. Task. Yes. If I have to scroll, see, here itself it is written 1 to 9, then print the English representation in the lower case. Correct. And if it is greater than 9, and the number is even, then print the even. If it is greater than 9 and the number is odd, print the odd. Nothing else you need to read. The task is done here itself. Correct. The top part is nothing but just to explain you the things. Fine. Here the main logic is the task. The task is if the number is 1 to 9, print the English representation. If the number is greater than 9, print even, else odd. And here is your input and output. Let me know how we will do it. Get me the output directly. Write down the code. Show me the output. Yes. Try it out. And meanwhile, try out the question and let me know the answer. Yes. The student who had sent me the question, like he was asking, is it correct or not? So yes, that is correct. It's working. The code I have checked. Only don't take the input as n equal to 9. Take it using scanner. Okay. Take the input using scanner as you have written the code in Java. So just take the input using scanner. Remaining things are correct. It's going well. Okay. Yes. Getting the answer. Checked it. Yes. So this question, which is there in front of us. Okay, quickly just keep on telling me, guys, how can we do this question, which I have just given to you? Correct. So we will put a right. If correct. If I greater than 1, in that case, correct. Right. For Python, solution is correct. This is the Python code. And that is perfectly fine. And if you are not using the Python, correct, if you are using C or C++, because most of the students are sending me answer in C or C++, so for them I will say, if you are using C or C++, in that case you have to use the switch cases. Yes, either you can use the else if also, that is also fine, or else you can use the switch also. One student sent me the solution regarding the else if, that is also correct. Else you can use the solution of the switch case. Like how we will write that, I'll just explain you in the compiler itself. Meanwhile, other just try. And those who are done with it now, what they can do is, I'll put a question for all of you so that meanwhile you also can do something. You not waste your time. So here I will say, okay, student, just get me the answer of those who are done. For them, I am giving you a question. Those who are done, they listen. What they have to do, they have to write down a program to find missing number of a given array. Now write down the question, write down the series. You all, I know how you will be doing it. I don't need in that way to be done. You have to optimize the code. It shouldn't be that long. So suppose the values are 2, 3, 5, 3, 2. 2, 3, 5, 3, 2. These are the input. So you miss, okay, I'll give, I'll write it here. I'll show you the question actually. I hope others are done with this question which I am showing. So those who are done with this, they have to try the other question. And again, I'll be displaying the same question for all of you. So don't need to be worried about it. Okay. Those who are done, one student, actually 3, 4 students send me the answer. So what they can do is they can try out this one. You guys just try out this question meanwhile. Yes, correct, correct. Right. Those who are done with this question, recently I was showing, they will try out this one. So they have to find out the missing number. This is the sample input. This is the sample output. Try it out, those who are done, and those who are not done with the previous, I'm explaining the previous question for them. Okay. Now. Yes. Guys, just have a note of the input because I'll change the slide. Just take a like screenshot of input and output so that you will try it out, and meanwhile I'll explain the other question. I'll switch the slide, this window. So I hope we have taken the screenshot or we have written the input output. Can I switch? Others don't worry. Those who are not done with the previous, they don't worry. For them, again, I'll be explaining this question. Yes. Can we switch? Okay, fine. We can find it. But how the whatever you have said, that is not wrong. I'm not saying that is wrong. But just think how the complexity of the code will be. How complex your code will become, right? If the number is very big, for example, I'm given with a very big number. है ना? In that case, that will be very complex thing, right? Think of something else. Yes. So that's why I have given this question, so that meanwhile you guys can think for the optimization. Like you can reduce the complexity of the code. You're not using the loop or something. You are thinking for something new, which we can use over here. Okay. N plus 1 into n plus 1 into n plus 1, n plus 2, 5, 2. Yeah. It can be done like this. Yes, can be done. The last question I'll explain now to all the students. So just have a look at the screen. Meanwhile, you guys try it out. The question just I have given. Don't think for the loop and don't think for 2 loop, 3 loop and all. Think for something which can help us in optimized way. One student have already given the answer. That is correct. And for others, I will explain this question. The 8 and 11 was given and we have to print the yes. So what I'm saying is, firstly, I will take 2 inputs. Why 2 inputs? Because I have to scan 2 values, right? I have to scan the 8, I have to scan the 11. So I will take 2 values, N1, as well as I will scan the N2. Okay, it's for them, those who are not done with that question. 8 will be printed in Word, 9 will be printed in Word, and then even odd will be printed. For them, I'm saying it. Okay, so I have scanned 2 things. Once I have scanned 2 things, N1 and 2, now what I'll do, I'll run my loop from N1 and I'll run my loop until N2. Why I'm saying it? Because how many things has to be printed? If the range is 8 to 11, then within that, then 4 things have to be printed. For 8 alphabet, for 9 alphabet, not alphabet, word, and for 10 and 11, even and odd. Why for 10 and 11, even and odd it is printing? Because number is greater than 9. So basically the logic is, if the number which you are entering, whatever the number is coming, if the number is less than 9, in that case, it should print the word form of the number. If the number is greater than 9, it should print even or odd. Okay. So from here, initially first time 8 will come. N1 is 8. Okay. 8 will come. Once the 8 came, now I have to check over here. What I have to check? Whether the number is whatever is coming. So I'll check whether I is greater than 9 or not. Okay. So if the I is greater than 9, in that case, what I should do? In that case, if the number is greater than 9, then I have to check whether the number is even or odd. Correct. So I'll check the condition. If the number is greater than 9, then check if I mod 2. You already know. Mod 2 means what? If the number is completely divisible by 2, means the number is even. If the number is not completely divisible by 2, means the number is odd. So that only we are checking here. So if I mod 2 equal to 0, then print the So quickly I will printf even. Okay, that will be inside the double inverted comma. So I'll print the even. Now, if this if condition is true, inner if condition, if the number is not completely divisible by 2, in that case, I have to come out and I have to print the else part, which is if the number is not even, the number will be odd. Done with it. So this task also done. Correct? This is done. If the number is greater than 9, the task is done. But if my number is lesser than 9, then what will happen? So if the number is lesser than 9, in that case, you will come to the else part. And now your else part will take the number, that particular number. Here in the else part, what you need to do? You need to write down the switch, or if else also you can use. I'll use the switch. So I'll say switch of I will write. So if I value, suppose the first value which will come is what? According to the given input, I'm saying your N1 is 8 and your N2 is 11. Okay, N1 is 8, N2 is 11. So firstly, the I value came as 8. When 8 will come, you will check 8 greater than 9. So 8 greater than 9, condition 8 greater than or equal to 9, condition false. And if the condition false, you will go to the else part. Yes, this is also fine. Correct. The solution which I have provided is not wrong. That is correct. Yes, that is right. So here, so it is done. You have checked 8 greater than 9, condition false. If the condition is false, you will come down to the else part. Whenever you will come to the else part, there you have what? Switch. So now switch of 8. So inside the switch, what you have to do you know? You have to write down the case for everything. Whenever the number is 1, in that case, I have to do what? In that case, I have to print 1. And if 1 has been printed, after that, you have to put the break. So perfectly understood. If the number is 1, it will come to case 1 and it will print only 1. If the number is 2, it will go to case 2 only and it will print only 2. If the number is 3, it will go to case 3 only, it will print only 3. Like that. Okay. I'll just quickly complete the whole code. So case 2. Okay. Here it is 3. For every case, you have to write down the things. How many cases there will be? Until 9 only. Correct? Five, 6, 7. 9. Done. So this is my case number 9. So here I will write down the 9. This is my case number 8. So here I will write down the 8. Okay. This is my case number 7. So here I will write down the 7. This is my case number 6. So I'll write down the 6 over here. Okay. And this is my case number 5. So all the cases completed. Whichever case will come, we will print the word form of that particular number. Okay, we'll just check it. So whole switch is over. After the whole switch is over, we'll just cover the switch and we will cover the else also. Okay, done. Then at the end, you have to complete the for also, you have to complete the main also. Now just see, the code has been completed and it will print the answer whatever you wanted to be printed. Firstly, the 8 will come. 8 is greater than 9. No, sorry, here you have to write greater than or equal to. Yes, so greater than or equal to 9. Not equal to, that is fine. Yeah, that's fine. So if the number is greater than 9, so 8 is greater than 9. No, 8 is not greater than 9. If 8 is not greater than 9, in that case you'll go to the else part. When you will go to the else part, hmm, this thing. So 8, switch will receive 8. When it will receive 8, it will go down to the case number 8. It will print the 8 directly, and after printing the 8, it will break. After break means you will come out of the whole switch. When you will come out again, you will go back to I plus plus. I plus plus will do what? The next value become 9. When the value is 9, you will check whether 9 is greater than 9. No, 9 is not greater than 9. Again, you'll go to the else. Else is switch. So there it will print 9. I'll just show you a compilation. And whenever the number will be greater than 9, it will give you even odd. We'll take the so N1, N2 not declare. So we have to declare the N1 and N2. The first thing. After that, the error over here is actually I have not put the semicolon here. Everywhere it is missing. So I have to put the semicolon. And if I will put it, I'll receive the answer. So that's how the solution of the question is. I'll just run the code and I'll post it in the group. But if anyone is having any doubt, meanwhile, you can ask. And if not, I'll take you to the same question which I had provided to other students to do for. And 9. Now again, we will run it. Yes, one student have said to me that semicolon is missing. See, 8, 9, even it is printing. Then why it's not going for understood? Here, because of this condition, it should be less than equal to N2. And when you are printing anything, after that, don't forget to use the /n. So if you'll use the /n, whatever is getting printed next will come to the next line, right? So just put the /n and things are well. I'm just copying the code and posting in the chat box. Meanwhile, all of you just put the /n, remaining things are fine only. So I hope no one has doubt in it. If anyone want to ask anything, can ask me. I have to put it in part. The whole message is long. I'll just post it, guys. Meanwhile, what do you guys do? Just try to find out the solution of this question. The same missing number question, but I don't want that to be done in this way, like you guys are posting. Just I think I cut everything. Give me a second, guys. I'll just give you a question. That missing number question I'm just providing. Yes. Okay. Now all of you can see it. Actually, it was went out. Yeah. Just have a look at the question. The question for which I want answer from all of you. And that solution which I had written, now I'll post it. Actually, I had to close the whole tab. So it went off. The whole code also I have posted. Okay. So you can refer the same. Now, talking about this question, I hope everyone has read it and what you have done is not wrong. See, these are the input, these are the outputs. Okay. Input says you are given with 3 test cases. The first test case is with 8 element array. The second test case is with 7 element array. Third test case is with 10 element array. Okay. Correct. So if you see the first array there, 1, 2, 7, 9, 5, 6, 3, 8. These are the elements. Correct. Okay. Someone had posted the answer. Yeah, that's not wrong. That is right. But you can do it in more simpler way actually. I'll just get it done for all of you. Just listen it once and just listen the logic which I'm telling you. If you find it to be optimized, just use it. That is optimized even. So here the number is given as 12795638. Okay, done with it. The second, when I'm looking at it, so if I'm able to notice over here, total number of elements are 8, but the number are present 1 to 9. Correct? In between 1 to 9, there is one number missing. I'll just explain it to all of you over here. Just see it once and let me know whether this thing is clear to all of you or not. What I'm trying to explain. So, yes, I'm presenting the screen. Now just listen. The input is 8. The element are given as 1, 2, 7, 9, 5, 6, 3, 8. Okay, so these are the element. So if these are the element given, yes, what you said is not wrong, but I'm about to put something else. You'll find it to be very convenient. Just listen once. So 1, 2, 7, 9, 5, 6, 3, 8, these are the elements given to you. Okay. Now, if you can notice, if total number of elements are 8, the value is present 1 to n plus 1. So 1 to n, if n is 8, the value is present 1 to 9. But in between 1 to 9, there will be one number missing. Correct? Now, how to find out that missing number? So what the logic you guys are putting is, we will find out the sum. And when we will find out the sum, okay. Someone is posting the same, I feel. Okay, no issues. So here, we have to find out the, what you guys are saying, we'll find out the sum, and from that particular sum we'll find out the sum from 1 to n plus 1. So we will find out that particular sum using the for loop. After finding out the sum, what you will do, we'll subtract every number. So suppose what should be the, suppose the number is 5, so you know sum of 1 to 5 is what, 15. Correct? Now you'll keep on subtracting every number whatever you have. So you will subtract 1, then you will subtract 2, then you will subtract 3 from here, then you will subtract 4 from here, and whatever is missing, you will receive it, because that will only be the result at the end. Correct? That's what the logic you guys are putting, and I'm saying that's not wrong. That is correct. That is also correct. But just listen one small thing over here. Now I want to take you to the something as, do we remember the XOR operation, how it works? Just I'm about to tell you something which will be helpful a lot for all of you for many of the questions. Do you remember the XOR operation, how it works? Anyone who can tell me? Okay. If it is 0, 0, then what is the result of XOR? 0. If it is 1, 1, what is the result of XOR? 0. If it is 1, 0, the result of XOR is 1. If it is 0, 1, the result of XOR is 1. Do we remember this thing or not? Why I'm explaining this XOR and all? Because it is related to this question, that is why. So this is the table of the XOR. If 0, 0 XOR I am doing 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So this will be the result. If you know this thing, I would like to ask a thing as, if I'm doing 9 XOR 0, tell me what will be the result. XOR operation is a bitwise operator, and bitwise operator works on binary values. So you have to find out the binary of 9 and tell me what will be the answer. And this logic which I'm creating for all of you now, it will be helpful for so many questions. I'll mention those things for all of you, and you yourself will be able to apply them. Tell me, 9 XOR 0, what will be the result? Right. It will be 9 only. Those who don't know, correct. Basically, can I say 1001 as you are saying, that is 9. So this 9 will be converted to 1001, and then it will be XORed with 0. Mechanical student, do we know this thing? How this 1001 is coming? When you will XOR both of them, you will receive the result to be 1 here 0, 0 and 1 here. So basically 9 XOR 9 is 9. Mechanical student, do we know this thing? Yes, no, just post so that I can understand how we are going. Okay, tell me 9 XOR 9, what will be the result? 9 XOR 0, you said 9. Tell me 9 XOR 9. Correct. It will be 0. Why 0? Because 1001 will be XORed with 1001. So result will be same. Basically, the result of XOR comes as 1 when both the bits are different. Then only. Otherwise, the result will be 0. Correct? The result is coming as 0. So from here, you can remember one small thing, that is n XOR 0 is n. But n XOR n is always 0. Make a note of this thing. XOR operation it is. So n XOR 0 is n XOR n is 0. Okay. If it is done, I'll just take you to the same question which I was explaining. The same array values I will take. Okay. The array values are 1 to 7, 9. Then I'll say 5, 6, 3, 8. This is the array. Okay. These are the input given. Now, just tell me a small thing. I will take single for loop. Single for loop. In this for loop itself, what I'll do, I'll use the variable as, I'll start the value from 1. I'll run it until n, and I will do I plus plus, not actually less than equal to n, and I plus plus. I will come inside. I will use a variable as sum. Initially, I'll initialize my sum from 0. Okay. And what I'm telling you is, we will do a operation as sum XOR I XOR A of I, because these will be the array elements. All these are the array elements. So you will start from I equal to 1. Now see how it is happening. Just listen. So what you'll do, initially the sum will be 0. I will be 1. And A of I is A of 1. A of 1 value is what? 1 only. We have started our array from 1. So A of I is 1. This is also 1. Tell me the result of this. What will come as result? 0 XOR 1 XOR 1. The result will come as 0, can I say? Not 1. It will be 0, na? See, this result will be correct. The result will not, A of 1 is not 2. See here, I have started my array from 1. If I'll start my array from 0, in that case, it will, array index, I can start from 0 or else from 1, na? So I have started the array index from 1. So A of 1 will give me what? First index value. If I start it from 0, then this place is 0. Else it is 1. Is it clear? 5J4, the roll number. Is it clear? A of 1 is not 2. A of 1 is 1. Because I am starting my for loop from 1. That is why. Why I am starting for loop from 1? So that it can help us in this way. That is why I am saying. Is it clear why A of 1 is 1? A of 1 is not 2. Any doubt to anyone in this? Here. Till the time you won't answer, how can I proceed? Is it clear or not? No, initially A of 1 won't be 2, because I've started my loop from 1, na? If I'll start my loop from 0, in that case it will be, this will be 0 and this will be 1. But if I'm starting my loop from 1, this will be 1 and this will be 2 place. It depends on us how we are taking the loop. I hope you understood now. Yes, I'll send the link, has all the question. Don't worry, it will be shared. And even you will get the recording. Actually, the same session what we have done is, we will be uploading in the YouTube channel of Shiva sir. I think you guys know the YouTube channel. So there itself we will be uploading. So you can see over there all the things. Today itself, by 6 or 7, we'll upload it. Okay? Yes. So there itself, you'll have all the question along. We will share the link also with all of you. There itself in the comment box or somewhere we'll share it. So you can see it there. No need to send it to individual persons. You'll see from the YouTube itself. Is this thing clear, guys? Can I go ahead? Index starts from 0, that is correct. But when you have taken the value, if you'll say a of, see, you'll be scanning these values now, correct? While this is not the scanning part I'm telling. While scanning itself, scan it like this only, na? Scanning part I have not explained you yet. I equal to 1, then I less than or equal to n, and then I plus plus. If I'll scan this way, then also the same thing. It will give us the correct answer. No worries. We can use I minus 1 also. That is also fine. That's not the problem for me. I'm only trying to explain the thing which will help you to just resolve this problem in an optimal way. And don't be confused. I equal to 0 is not fixed. We made it I equal to 0. If I'll say I equal to 1 to n, then my array will be created like this. Suppose I'm scanning. While scanning, I'll just write down the code itself so that you will understand it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll just take you to the compiler. Okay. Let me open the compiler and let me show it to all of you. That's not fixed thing. We should keep it in mind. That's not necessary. That array index, by default, it starts from 0 if you're not saying anything. But you can change the index value to 1. It depends on you. See, I'll just compile the code and you'll see it's working perfectly. Come over here. And the same code I will change to that question. And then I'll explain you the logic which I was about to. Okay. So I value. Okay. I value you have started with. Now you will start with percentage D. So when you are taking percentage D, you will scan the value of n. Okay. So total values in your array, you will say. So I said the values are n values are there. Okay, done. Now when I'm scanning, as you said, so if you write 0 over here, the first index will be 0. If I'll say 1, and then I will say less than or equal to n. Is it wrong? The whole code removed. Here, I want to scan the value for the array. So, what I will do, I said n, then I will declare the array also. I'll say I have an array having n number of indexes. Okay. So this array also declared 1 to n it will work, and then here we will say the percentage D. When I said the percentage D, here it will work like n. Here we will scan the value for a of I. Okay. So we will scan the values. Okay. ठीक है? So sorry. I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. Scanf you'll do. So scanf you are doing for the indexes. I starting from 1. I is running until n. So will it not take the value, n number of value? And how will be the indexes now? Just think once. Tell me. Will it take the first index as 0? Basically what I want to scan the 8 values. So 8 value, first index value will be 1. Second index value will be 2. Third index value will be like that. It will go ahead. And that only I was talking over there to all of you. Is it fine now? Now I will start my for loop. And tell me now how it goes. I equal to 1. I less than or equal to n. And then I plus plus. Okay. Then done. Come inside and now do the same task which I was telling you to do. Is it okay now? What will be a of 1 now? Will it be 1? Yes, no? Tell me in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. Tell me. Can't we scan the array from first index? And if you are scanning it from 0, in that case, take the value to be I minus 1. Why I have forced more on it? Because in some of the companies, you will get code modification. Like a code is written, you have to modify the code. When you are modifying the code, you have to get the answer. There you will think that this one is wrong. You will do something and it will give you some other answer. So just that was my thought to clear it out well. I hope the person who had asked, yes, okay, perfectly fine. Okay, yes. So after this, just listen. Yes, yes, we will declare the sum variable. I have not completed the whole code. I'm just came back to the logic again. Tell me what will be the result of this part. You have run it only once. I value is 1. A of I is also 1. So 1 XOR 1 will be 0. Is it right? Is it correct, guys? Can we go ahead? Next time, I plus plus. I will be 2. Correct? When my I is 2, then what? From the previous, my this value sum is 0. Second time when I will run it. So sum equal to sum XOR I XOR A of I. What are the values? 1, 2, 7, 9, 5, 6, 3, 8. These are the index value. Initially, sum was 0. Sum XOR 1 XOR 1. This result is 0. Is it clear to all? Can we go ahead? The I value will be plus plus. I will be 2. When your I is 2, again you will come back to the same. It is inside the loop. Okay. So last sum is 0. I value is 2. A of I is A of 2. A of 2 is also 2. So the result will be what? 0. Yes or no? Is this thing clear to all? Should I also keep quiet like you guys? Is this thing clear? What I am saying here? Okay. So, okay. That's fine. If it is fine, now next time your I will be what? 3. Correct? When last sum is what? 0. So your last sum is 0. Next I value is 3. Next A of 3 is 7. So A of 3 is 7. This is your sum from the third step. Don't execute it. Don't find out the XOR value of 3 and 7. Keep it as it is. Okay. Done. Then I plus plus you will do. When you did I plus plus, there how is it? Screen not visible. Is it so? So nice. Yeah. So this thing, 1 XOR 1 is 0, 2 XOR 2 is 0. The third step, when your I will be 3. So when your I is 3, previous sum is 0. I value is 3. A of 3 is 7. This is the new sum from the third step. This sum I'll take to the next step. So next step will be I equal to 4. Just keep on looking, you'll understand. When I is 4, what is your sum? My previous sum is this. 0 XOR 3 XOR 7. I value is 4. What is my A of 4? That is 9. Okay. So this whole became my sum. Don't XOR them because they will be cancelled out later. That's why I'm not XORing them. So this became the sum, the fourth step. Now next will be I equal to 5. Just see. This is my previous sum. XOR I equal to 5. A of 5 is also 5. Just check it out. A of 5 is also 5. When A of 5 is also 5, you can see these are cancelled. N XOR N gives us 0. So they are cancelled. Next step, I will be 6. This is your previous sum, which is remaining still. This became 0. 0 XOR this, again this value only come. Because you know, N XOR 0 gives us N only. So this value will be remaining. I is 6. 6 XOR A of 6 is what? 6 only. So 6 and 6 will be cancelled. Right? Done. This is still remaining. Now next you will go to 7. I is 7. A of 7 is 3. Have a look. A of 7 is 3. Now just check it out. This 7 will be cancelled with this 7. N XOR N. This 3 will be cancelled with this 3. N XOR N. Now 4. What is remaining in the sum as for now? 4 XOR 9 only is remaining in the sum. And you'll go ahead. I value will take as 8. A of 8 index is 8. So 8 XOR 8, again they will become 0 and you are done with the whole loop because you put the loop condition C. 1 to N. N is what? 8. That's why we have 8 values here. Okay. So you have run the whole loop and after the whole loop is over, in the sum what is remaining? 4 XOR 9. Come out of the loop and do a task as sum equal to sum XOR n plus 1. So n is what? 8. N plus 1 will be what? 9. So sum is what? 4 XOR 9 and n plus 1 is what? 9. 9 XOR 9 will be cancelled and at the end in the sum what will be remaining? Only 4. And that only is your missing number. Is the logic clear to all? Nothing. Only single loop you have to use. No other new things. I'll complete the whole code there in the compiler. But tell me whether the logic is clear or not. XOR operation is something which help us to find the missing number, which help us to find the unique number, which help us for the palindrome problem also. See the palindrome left, like from both the side it will be equal na. So first and last XORed will become 0. Then second and second last XOR will be 0. If only one number is remaining which is middle, the number is palindrome. Like that can be done. Is the logic clear to this one? Just a simple example I have given, not the exact question, but it can be implemented like. Yes. Why sum XOR n plus 1? Why sum XOR n plus 1? Because loop we had used until 8. Correct? Loop we have used until 8. But values are present in the array as n till 1, n plus 1. So one number always will be there which has not been XORed with the numbers. So that is why after coming out of the loop, I'm taking XOR n plus 1. Other value, see, 1 to 8 got XORed. But one value will be remaining which is not XORed, which is n plus 1th place value. Because here I have taken the loop as n, this place. Yep. Here I have taken the loop as n. You will say, ma'am, we'll take the loop as n plus 1 only. Now, how you can take the loop? You have defined the array as n. You have said that the size of array is n. If you run the loop for n plus 1, the n plus 1th place will be the garbage value, garbage place. Correct? So that is why this loop we will run until n only. After coming outside the loop, we will use the condition as sum will be XORed with n plus 1. Any sequence of similar kind will give you the answer for the question. Is it clear to you now why XORing n plus 1? One student asked, why, ma'am, why we are XORing n plus 1 after the loop? Because in the loop we cannot take it, na? That index is not defined there. That is why. If any query, any doubt, anything is there, you can mention it here to me. If not, I'll just compile the code and show to all of you, and you can see how like simpler the program became. I value, then it will be a of I. Okay, so done with it. Initially, don't forget to initialize the sum as 0. Just see, the code is covered in a single loop itself. This loop is for taking the input. We cannot reduce this part. Yes, Nitin, like uh, 701 roll number. So, see, I'm already recording the session. So you don't need to be worried about. I have said, na, we'll be uploading it in the YouTube channel. So from there you can see it. By 6 or 7 we'll edit and upload it. Like we have to just upload it. So it will be recorded in my PC, and from there we'll upload it to the channel. Okay? Yeah. And the question, like all the question, I'll try to make a PPT of all. So if possible, na, I'll keep every question in the PPT so that you can see the question from there instead of going into the video if you don't want to see. Okay? That also we'll try. Don't worry. So done with the whole for loop. When done with the whole for loop, there it will be like sum into sum XOR of n plus 1. Okay, and here don't forget to put a bracket, guys. Okay, if you will not put it, it will take the associativity thing. So just put the bracket, and after that, when the whole thing is done, what you have to do, only your missing number will be remaining in the sum. So just print it with %d, and you will print it as some value. Done with it, the whole thing completed, I feel. We'll run and see whether it gives us the output or not. Okay, so I'll take the same input, 8 number of indexes, and then I'll take the value to be 1, 2, 7, 9. Any other also you can check. You will think like if it won't work, it will work for any of the input. 3, 8. I'll take the same input, okay, which is given in the question. And we'll see whether it gives us the same or not. And is not declared. See, it gives us the output to be 4. Correct? Any other input if I'll take, na, I'll take the input from there, other input. It is printing 6, which is the missing number. I'll post the same in the chat box. If anyone want to ask any of the question regarding this, all of you are welcome. You can ask. If not, I'll take you to few of the MS Office related question, because that also have to be discussed. There are so many questions which I have to explain to all of you. Don't worry. Everything, like, see, some basic concepts are needed to know, like 2 power n. You calculate using some basic things like for loop and all. Sometimes I have seen people using. So instead of directly, you can put something and it will give you the output. So all those things I have to discuss here. Is this thing clear? All? Can we go ahead? Yes, no, at least. No, yes or no? Okay, no worries. Can we have the code in Java? Yes, yes, you will have. You will have, you will have. You will have the code in Java also. I'll try to see for every question. I don't have actually a lot many question I have posted in the chat box itself. So if you would have seen from there almost all the question. This one I'll just convert. Is it fine? Any other query anyone has? Any other query? Okay, then it's perfectly fine. Explain it in Java. See, do you know what will change in Java? This scanner. Instead of scanf, you will use the scanner. Okay. After that, instead of printf, you will use the system.out.println. That's it. Nothing else will change. It will work in Java also. The same thing. Loop and all are not different in Java, right? Operators are not different in Java. What about the array? See, this array also you'll be using the scanner itself. Next int. Using the next int, you'll take these array. Okay, I'll just first post the code, and if that code is not clear to you, then you'll ask the queries to me. Will it be okay? Yes, perfectly fine. See, logic is exactly similar. The inner for loop which I have written now, 1 to n, and XOR, sum equal to sum XOR. That will be exactly similar in Java also. Only the taking input and printing output will differ. That's it. Any other query? Anyone? Is this logic clear, guys, which I have said just now? If yes, then do solve this question. Do let me know the answer of this question, which is there in front of you. Okay. If any doubt to anyone regarding the previous thing which I have said, XOR operation, do let me know, because that is very helpful in many ways to optimize the code. That XOR logic, I'll explain it again. Don't worry. Let me complete this thing first. Just wait for 5 more minutes in the session. At the end, I'll explain it to you. Okay? Yeah. Everyone. here actually I couldn't, they are the actual question of the exam. Okay, so I couldn't get a chance to remove if otherwise what I could have done is I could have removed this options, then I have to say it to all of you. So better than that I thought of taking it directly as it is. You guys see and just try to understand. So control J does align and justify, and that is the correct answer over here. Because tell where we can apply the XOR logics. Post converter code of Java. Post converted. Yes. Post convert. Yes. I'll convert the code into the Java. Don't worry. I'll do that. Actually, there are so many. I said na unique number. Then this thing missing number. Then you can use it in some way in the palindromes also. Then you can use it in whenever you have to check. There was a question actually. I'll show you the question. You'll get the way how we can implement that. I'll show that question also. You'll get an idea how to think that XOR will be applicable. Okay, I'll take that question. Don't worry. Come to this thing. Uh, just only few questions are there with us. So they are the actual question. Just have it so that you'll remember if same question is coming. So control J. Actually, what it does now, just open a Word file. And whenever you'll open the Word file, there just select all and press the control J. What it will happen? It will align all in one way. Align justify it means actually. So when you'll suppose first paragraph started from place one. If I have to tell here this thing. Suppose the first paragraph started from here. The other started here, the other started here, the other started here, the other is here, like that. So what I'll do, I'll just select all. After selecting all, I'll press Control J. And when I'll press this Control J, na, all will be aligned. That's what happened with Control J. Is it fine? Understood? In the Word file I'm talking about. The Word. I hope we have seen the syllabus of Accenture, right? This is there in the curriculum. So just do remember it. If yes, the next question. The question where I can explain you something, I'll take those questions first. Okay. And where only I have to tell like this goes this way only. Have a look at this one. Anyone can say the answer? No. Actually, the correct answer, whatever is mentioned, is that only formatting. You can make a note of this thing. The processor of dividing the disk into tracks and sectors. The process of dividing the disk into tracks and sectors is called as formatting. The process itself is called as formatting. Okay. So this you can remember like this. The process of dividing the disk into tracks and sector, the process is called as formatting. The others also I'll make you understand if you have question regarding the same. Actually, it is regarding the memory. No. It's not that. It's not. Format is removing the data. I used to format. No. It's not the same. It's not the same. That is different. Formatting is different. Reboot. Whenever we format the laptop, we remember that thing. No. That's not something. Actually, computer disk storage is there. Okay. There is a section, subdivision we can say, track and magnetic disk. And whenever we go for some low level operations, some format, there the thing of this thing comes, tracks and sectors. You don't need to think much of it. Actually, it's not necessary that the same question if same question is repeated, actually it is a part of memory. Okay, so it's not the same thing as you are saying. Just remember it as this process itself is called as dividing the tracks and sector. Disk into the tracks and sector is called as formatting. The next one, the computer processor consists of the following part. Let me know the correct answer of this one. Computer's processor consists of following parts. Correct. Right, 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 right. Right. So among here, the correct answer is this. But if I have to mention now, I'll mention some of those for all of you. There's this control unit. Okay. Then we use the arithmetic and logical unit. This thing, the second. Okay. Then there is a like so many things. If I have to mention, some of them are CPU. CPU is also there. Okay. Then memory unit is there. CPU is there, memory unit is there. The third, the fourth, what else I can recall? Some RAMs are there, like that. But main, whatever is written over here, this main memory, that's why I have not selected it. Correct. Input, output, so many things, so many things. Just I'm mentioning some of those. CPU is also part of, is it part of that? Tell me. Processor. Is it part of CPU? Yes, it's part of, right? So that's why. So correct answer among given all, we have to find out the correct one. So don't think of operating system and application, for sure that's not. The hard disk and floppy drive also not there. So these two directly you can eliminate. Among them, this thing was wrong. That's why we have not selected it. Correct one is control unit and arithmetic and logical unit, which is option number C for the question. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead to the next one. If any question comes now regarding the same, just mention it to me. For this, magnetic disk depends on. Okay. So if I'll tell you about it, you have to know the whole magnetic disk, right? For this, the correct answer is whatever has been marked. That only is the correct answer. Bits per inch of track, track per inch of surface, disk pack in disk surface. All are true. It depends on all. So just go and have a look at the magnetic disk. It depends on all the things. There will be a small theory which you can read and you'll get to know about it. All of the above is the correct answer. That is right. Okay. The next one. Who will tell me the answer for this? MS, what you can do is just go to Google and search MS Office multiple choice question. Just do prepare them. Mostly it will combine all the things regarding. And if you have prepared them well now, you'll be prepared with this topic itself, I'll say. Yes. Justification align the text on both the side, left and right side margin. What we use just now we have done, right? The justify. Correct. It justifies. Right. Just now we have done it. So that one only is the correct answer. Option C. Okay. Let me know about it. Header footer. Do you know? I think whenever we make the resumes, the top one line come with the small spaces. The down one line come with the small spaces. So that is only the header footer. Correct? Is it there on first page, last page, alternate, or every? It is there in every page. Correct. By default, header footer will come in every page. Correct. That's the answer. Right. Correct. Go ahead with the next one. Ruler. One scale comes in the word file. Just go today and see all these things in the word file. Open your laptop and see all these things, how they are, whether you are able to see them or not. It is not possible. Center indent is not possible. The answer itself is the correct one. Okay. Right indentation is possible. With the ruler, you can move. Suppose here you have a page. Okay. Here the ruler come. Scale kind of thing. Scale will come. Okay. The number will be written. So it works like you can move left, you can move right. Both the things easily you will be able to see. Stop. Wherever it is, it have to be that only. Stop is also there. Center indent is not there. Like if you want, you'll take from here to here, here to here. It will come in between. That is not possible. Left and right movement is possible in the ruler, which you'll get in the MS Office. Just open it today and see the ruler. This kind of scale will come. When the scale is coming, just try checking them, what they are doing. And you'll be able to see left, right, or whatever movement you say is possible. Now just come to it. The next one. The next question. These are the actual question from the exam. You can see we have just cut or cropped the image and then we have put it here. Correct. Just recall it once. Just go to the Word file. Okay. There you will find out one object menu. And there itself you'll be able to see the insert option for the files, sound files. From there you can do it. That is the right answer. Object menu, you can do it. Go and see it. The next one. This is also correct. Format Painter tool can be found in the standard toolbar. Okay, just remember it. In the standard toolbar, you'll find the Painter tool. The next one. Tell me about it. If you print the page, it comes in which form? Portrait, landscape, page setup and page view already you will eliminate. That's not the problem for us. Setup and all we need to see it. But by default, it is printed in yes, by default, it will be printed in which mode? Portrait. Okay. Whenever you are printing the page, answer is correct. It will always be by default printed in portrait mode. This is your mode, na? In this mode only it is getting printed. The landscape comes in this way. So by default it comes in the portrait mode only. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Now the next question. See this. Wherever anything like that which I can explain, for sure I'll try to explain it. See, guys, from here, Microsoft Office is an example of what? Okay, so closed source, open source, you already know. Closed source software, open source software, like, see, when you open any of the software, na, on the side, you'll be able to see the source code of it. And if you want, you can change the source code. Those are the open source software. the code itself will be visible to you. So you can do the changes and the changes will be done. Okay. But the closed source are where you can use the software, but you cannot make the changes in the source code. Those are the closed source. Okay. The vertical market softwares are, it's like software which is aligned for a particular type of users. For suppose I'll say like, if I have to say, what I can say is like, suppose AutoCAD, there is a software, so that's been aligned to a particular type of users. That is like only the person who know AutoCAD, who is from mechanical background, will be using that particular software, right? But horizontal market softwares are, they are widely open to all. The audience will be wide, I'll say. Okay. So for the wide audience, the huge audience, whenever something is there, those are called as horizontal market softwares. Closed source, open source. The source code will be visible. You can make the changes. You won't be able to see the like source. That is the closed source. The vertical market, I already showed. Like it's been fixed to a particular type of people. But horizontal source are something which everyone can use, like Microsoft Office. There's no need like person knows it or not, person from mechanical background, or everyone uses it. So for the huge audience, whatever we have, softwares we have, we call them as horizontal market softwares. The next one, which one of the following is popular programming language for developing multimedia web page? Tell me about it. The answer is Java. For basically multimedia web pages and all, JavaScript, all those things you would have seen. So most popular is Java. COBOL is very like old. Basic assembler, they are not there. So basically Java. So answer for the question is Java. Hope it's done and we are able to understand it. Now I'll just take you to the same question. Anyone who was asking me for the doubts and is here in the session? Yes. Anyone who is asking me for doubt and is present here can explain the same. XOR one. Everyone. How we get this recording? Said na Sanjana, like I'll be uploading it in. We will be uploading it in the YouTube channel. Shiva's YouTube channel. I think you guys know. So there itself we will be uploading it. By 6 or 7 we'll do it. You can see from there. Okay. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to ask? This one I'll explain. Don't worry. Anything else from where, how, or anything, if there, you can ask it to me. What I have done, one student was asking me for XOR operation, right? Yeah. So XOR operation, if I talk about, there it was like, initially the array was given as this, right? So 5, 6, 3, 8. What I did, I started my loop from 1. Scanning and all I'm not explaining. Okay. Then you will run it until n, and then you will do I plus plus. And when you will come inside, there I had said sum equal to sum XOR I XOR A of I. So if these are the value given, I'm saying as an indexing itself, I'm starting from 1. So the first value will come over here. Whenever the first value will come, initially make sum as 0. So 0 XOR I value is 1, and A of I also you will take as 1. So 1 XOR 1, it will become 0. And your answer for the first iteration, first time when you have run the loop, is 0. Go next. When you are going next, I will be 2. Okay. When your I is 2, at that time, what is your previous sum? 0. I value 2. A of I 2. See, A of 2 is also 2. Correct? So 2 XOR 2, it will become 0. Any doubt till now? Any doubt till now? Yes. So later I will be updated to 3. Correct? When I has been updated to 3, so you will do it as 0 XOR 3 XOR 3. Correct? The sorry, 0 XOR 3 XOR 7, because A of 3 value is 7. Correct? So this will remain as it is. Now nothing is getting cancelled. Your sum is this. Later you'll update, and this is your previous sum. I value is what? Your I value is 4. When I is 4, A of 4 is what? 9. Nothing cancelled now also. This became your sum. Why are we taking I value in sum? I value in sum we are taking because I want to check whether that number is present or not. If that number will be present now, that will become 0. That is why we are checking I value in sum. See, I'll tell you a small thing. Here, my previous sum is 0. 0 XORed with 2, will I be able to check anything? No. Why I am doing this? I XOR A of I is there for check. If this value is present in A of I, that will become 0. If it is not present in A of I, it will remain as it is. That is why I XOR A of I we are doing. And whatever is the result, we'll store it in the sum. That's how. So we wanted to store it in the sum. Now, suppose I'm doing this thing only, at the end, only I XOR A of I will be remaining. It have to be carried forward. That is why we are doing sum XOR I XOR A of I. Is it clear now why we are taking I XOR A of I? Just to check whether this I value will go 1 to 9. So 1 to 9 you will check for all. Whichever value is present will become 0. If it is not present, that will remain in the sum. Okay. Hope understood. To you 507, the student who was asking, do I need to go further? Or you understood the point? Do I have to go further? Understood. Okay, that's fine. So I hope the things are clear. Just try coming up with the revision of the same. Tomorrow also we will be having the session. I'll try to cover mostly string related question. Yeah, I can check the program with other input. I'll show it to you. Just be here. I'll show it to you. See, this is the other input. Input is 3581472. It is giving me 6. I'll just run the code. The same code I have here. Is it visible to you or not? I have to check. I hope the screen. Yes, visible. See, it is giving 6. This is the second input of the question. Now, see, I'll take the other input. If you feel, I'll take the last input. See, I'm taking the last input. So when I'll take the last input, and I'll put it here. The output should come as 9. See, the 9 is coming. Is it clear? Yes. So it's done. If any query or anything, you can come up with the doubts of yours tomorrow. The videos will be uploaded in the YouTube channel. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. We can leave for today. Thank you.